But Phil stumbling drunkenly out of his bed, appearing in his head all the things he's wanting to be said. 19 minutes are filled to fill, with so much time to kill. He promised chill, but all he does instead is beg and chill. Streams online and straight away begins to whine, but all is fine as long as Shazman 9 and doesn't step out of line. His content's immature for all to endure like fresh manure, but I feel sure he ran straight to feeling so insecure. The money earned on yesterday was withdrawn and long gone, as Phil's spending impulse is always had to stay on. If supports are also slow and stays so low and fails to grow, you never know, the show may turn into an easy bingo. One ticked off across the board with charge to ward because his code can't be ignored. Just how much DSP makes us feel so bored to help us fight or sleep and try to keep alert to watch a creep who play bingo, but Phil will bitch and why his sheep are also cheap. While DSP is chasing green, we're seeing green across the screen as Phil's routine predictability rivals are so machine. It's not in burp and leaning ban, it matters not if I fun his trials can't see if ours make him feel less of a man. Takes a drink and starts his like before lunching into a big pretending different bills when truth is there to buy a wrestling JPEG. Talks about his shitty life of college cat and fatty life and all his strife of forgetting that it's done well and they were rife. With drama he will react but isn't act as a fact as he rehearsed to be exact and how he felt he was attacked. Teaches nearly over and a win is in sight with what to white despite Phil to light that tips were not white. We'll say alright it is okay and now it's time for Phil to play, but first he'll say that tips will help from being off the other day. And with those words we win again, it's never if but always when the game is won. Thanks to that we made it to the very end. Hello everyone, hope you're all doing well today on this fine Sunday we have in front of us. We're a wee bit behind because I was on the That Being Said podcast, a 1000 subscriber special, and there's quite a lot of us on. There was Shinko was on, Shinko, we had Agent Proper, we had Lowlife was on. Nearcat is obviously he's one of the hosts anyway, but he hasn't been able to make some of them lately, so he was back. Brittany Gates was on, Steve Ed Ed. I don't miss anyone, but my memory's always bad. If I don't have it in front of me, I'm terrible. It was a great wee show anyway, you know what I mean? It was quite fun. Kirby Soul is suggesting something to add to the card, Twitch Talk/rant. We used to have Twitch on here. We don't anymore. We used to have it on, but it became something that he barely really referenced anymore. So we removed Twitch from the card. But if he starts doing it again regularly, I don't mind adding it again, but it's just something that he didn't. It was originally on, so Twitter and Twitch was on here before, but we still have Twitter. To be fair, he does say it more often these days, but Twitch he will avoid saying quite a bit usually. Something to add, good news. I don't know. He apparently says it all the time. I don't know. For someone who has nothing but bad news. Okay, I'll do exactly what you suggested. I'll go to Big Bingo right now, search podcast. Well, I'll search him saying good news, and I'll search for the podcasts. So good news. It's a good shout actually to be fair. So and take podcast. Okay. So massive delay. Here we go. Okay, so I said it on the 11th of August, and then the 7th of August, and the 4th of August, and the 3rd of August, and the 1st of August. And then 31st of July, 28th of July, 27th, 25th, or 21st. It does seem like he says it quite a bit often, yeah. That's not a bad suggestion, actually. Will we add it right now, before we begin, properly? I could do. Screw it, I'll add it right now. Good news, there we go. And actually, while I'll do that, let me scroll down and add it to the bottom of this list as well. This is like it's the same list, but it's just in this this format. That's for a website to generate the thing. That's a good shout for sure. So good news, yeah. Right. So let me actually add it as well to. So I need to add it to my. My wheel. Give me a second. I got a Wheel of Fortune thing, which is not really a Wheel of Fortune. It's just a wheel of words. Yeah. Let me just 2 seconds. I mean, I can just save it in this bloody thing here. I got a wee link for the thing. That's my most recent link, you know. So I'll just save that there. I don't really mind if it's fucking public or it's not a fucking private thing, you know, the link. But there you go. Right, we have the wheel. And let me actually show you the wheel, actually. Let's just go to the website now. Time to spin the wheel! And I'm just gonna... I'll shuffle the slices. What's the thing? Separate the text from colour. Yeah, fine, whatever. There we go. There we go. So I'll give it a good old shuffle and then I'll spin the wheel. Shuffle the crap out of it. Every single thing on that bingo card. Oh, I'm just clicking the numbering thing now, I'm just sorting it differently. There we go. Now spin. We're spinning the wheel. And this is the word we're going to, or the phrase or the action we're going to use today. The winner is dead air. Dead air is how we're going to pick our bingo card. So there we go. He's been good for that lately. We need a number between 1 and 238. The first number I see in chat will be the number of the bingo card we use. 37. Kirby Souls is on the fucking ball today. The 37th bingo card. Conroy, thank you for the suggestion of 35, but Kirby Souls beat you by a mile. He was very prepared today. He had that keyed in, ready to go. So this is the bingo card we are using for today. Detractors / trolls. Twitter. I'm mispronouncing a word. Something style. What WTF are you talking about? Wow. Dead air. I'm being toxic. Weird noise. And the arm flail. I like how this box has just got stretched massively because of the word mispronounces. You know, I might need to fix that, you know, because I like it when it's all just normal sizes. Mispronounces. I'll keep it as is now. It'll stick. I'll just have to do it for today. So okay, wrong, snore, idiot, and positive. Then him drinking, YouTuber jealousy, engagement, meaningful, and points at text. Finally, there you go. Family, interactive, dumb close-up, and update. So, I actually think it's a very solid bingo card. I'll just save it very quickly before I lose it because I'm very bad at set title. I did it one time. And in my head, one time is one time too many. That's just how I'm kind of wired, I guess. But the bingo card is saved. Hooray. D-Dog says, too bad it's not Phil's day off. Was enjoying you in Alt Insiders chat. It was fun to be in there. It was great to be involved in that. It was very, very kind of them to invite me on, especially so many other, distinguished guests and everything. It's always good to catch up. But I'm sorry, some of them I talk to all the time, I talk to Shinko a lot of the time anyway, even when I'm not streaming or whatever, but yeah, it's it's always good to see Theo and see Brittany, whatever. It's like these guys are solid detractors and know what they're talking about. And Lowlights as well, it's good to have him involved, a lot of good different kind of points of view in there, it's nice when it's not just a case of we're all in there just saying the same fucking thing, we actually all have our own takes, our own input and our own ideas, and it's not always the same thing, it's always nice. I do like it, and yeah, it was very nice of him to invite me along. So yeah, it was good to be part of it for sure. They do pretty well with the running of things. It's behind the scenes. Fantastic. Mr. Sam had a headache trying to get everything set up. As you may have saw if you checked out the stream, he's trying his best to make it all make sense. Yes, I can close that. This video's for later on. I can close this. And this is Phil's stream that's live right now. Good morning, everyone. Hope you're doing well. That's what he says. So nothing, no drama or anything. Yeah. Yeah, no drama in this chat so far. It's all good. Right, I'm going to let you guys enjoy some Meerkat music while I set up the stream properly and we wait for Phil to properly start the show. So yeah, once again, guys, sorry for the wee slight delay. I was on a That Being Said podcast. Which is still going on right now, I believe. I had to bail from it because I am always going to put bingo first. That's why my appearance on there before last time was such a short one. It was like an hour long, the show, because the bingo is we play bingo and I take my bingo seriously. I'm not going to cancel my live stream for that or anything, The show must go on. So yeah, enjoy some Meerkat music and I'll get the stream properly set up.
That is a business related, and I do still have it.
It's WWE Champion time.
Go, 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 go. Into the money, stupid fuck. I love it. Go, 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 go. By eBay. Hell! It's been tough. I always think that it's my fault. Drinking gin. Yep, I'm toxic. I love Hulk Hogan's dick. My ass is so fucking stretched.
Oh, no you didn't, you motherfucking piece of shit cocksucker. Mark my fucking words. I'm coming for you.
For now?
Go, 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 go. Into the money, stupid fuck. I love it. Go, 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 go. By eBay. Hell! Hateful slurs. Lame brain pieces of dumb fucking hateful slurs.
Why am I talking?
I love it.
Hey, Mr. Burnell, you there?
I am present.
Right, I understand. He's claiming that he's got $5,000 a month in expenses and only $5,000 a month in income, and net's about $35.
It's Tevin's fault.
Now, I do have a favor to ask, okay? I mentioned this on tonight's late stream. I'm going to probably be mentioning it on every stream this week. Here's the deal. This week, I have 2 very large bills due. But then, I also have my day off on Wednesday. I bring this up because I need you to refocus your support if you were already planning on supporting me this weekend.
This one's for all my baby girls.
Phil's a joke, Phil's a clown.
Fucking loser.
Phil's this, Phil's that.
He's a loco.
Phil's a beggar. Phil's a beggar. Phil's a joke, Phil's a clown. Phil's this, Phil's that.
Always going broke.
Phil's a beggar.
He's a loco.
Phil's a beggar.
If you think that someone who has to live day to day on tips and shit is funny, oh, so hilarious that this guy has stuff financially tight. Ha 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 ha. No, it's not fucking funny. Now shut up.
Phil's a joke, Phil's a clown. Phil's this, Phil's that.
He's a loco.
Phil's a beggar.
Begging.
Phil's a beggar. Phil's a joke, Phil's a clown.
Always going broke.
Phil's this, Phil's that.
He's a loco.
Phil's a beggar.
He's a loco.
Phil's a beggar. That's not begging.
Okay, I'll be honest, it makes me nervous because I've noticed recently there's actually been an uptick in super chats, which is great. It helps the channel long term, and certainly I'm not being ungrateful. And if that's the only way that you can contribute or support the channel, great. If you can help me and tip me, please do. That's what I need help with right now, okay? Again, I'm not asking for anything above and beyond. You know idiots will come out in prayers. Phil's saying he wants you to pay directly.
This dude is a piece of fucking garbage.
Yesterday was a really slow day for me on stream. I didn't make a lot of support yesterday. It's you guys, and you know, how much you're liking the content I'm doing in a given day, how much you can afford to support that content. Can you argue it's a begging model? I mean, I guess.
This dude is a piece of fucking garbage.
I need this money, I get this money, beg for this money, I want the money. The only time I chill is when I pay my bills. The only time I get to chill is when I spend the bills.
Scumbags and mental cases on the internet still support I'm a beggar and I'm a loser and I'm on level 1. That I can't go on a honeymoon with my wife. I'm paycheck to paycheck. I'm on level 1.
I need this money, I get this money, beg for this money, I want the money. The only time I chill is when I pay my bills. The only time I get to chill is when I spend the bills. I need this money, I get this money, beg for this money, I want the money. The only time I chill is when I pay my bills. The only time I get to chill is when I spend the bills.
If you are watching his shows and you're paying his bills, you're a fucking loser. You should not support this guy. He had an opportunity to make serious money to entertain you, and he wouldn't do it. But you're gonna still fucking give him $200? You're gonna give him $50 to pay his fucking bills? Nah, you got a job. You keep your money. Fuck that guy.
I understand that people right now are so hyped for the gifted memberships, and I'm very grateful for that. I mean, thank you. But I hope that that doesn't mean that people are going to forego tipping, because that would put me in a bad situation. And in particular, I don't know why you guys, okay, why are you laughing? Grocery shopping, tips. Meal with my wife, tips. Coming up, my day off on Tuesday, tips. Nintendo Online, tips. Bills and stuff, tips. Tips are the liquidity of my business. Why are you laughing? Oh, so hilarious that this guy has stuff financially tight. I literally can't afford stuff on Tuesday on my day off, and you're gonna laugh? Oh, it's funny. When you can't go and do something with your family on your day off, you're one day off for the week when you're working full-time 6 days a week. That's funny, right? No, it's not fucking funny. Now shut up. Grocery shopping, tips. Meal with my wife, tips. Coming up, my day off on Tuesday, tips. Nintendo Online, tips. Bills and stuff, tips. Tips are the liquidity of my business. Grocery shopping, tips. Meal with my wife, tips. Coming up, my day off on Tuesday, tips. Nintendo Online, tips. Bills and stuff, tips. Tips are the liquidity of my business. Huh? Huh? Huh?
This one's for all my baby girls.
Before we begin the show, the podcast will, the show will begin kind of soon, I believe. It's, anytime between now, Phil will go live. I do have a couple of new soundboard things. First of all, when Phil's kind of he's saying the same thing over and over again, I've got this.
Yes, get on with it!
So I can't mind who suggested that the other day in chat. Somebody suggested the Monty Python Get On With It thing, and I thought it was too good to pass up. So we've got that, just to kind of, when Phil's going on and on and on and on, and just saying the same bloody thing over and over, we can press that just to kind of get him to hurry up. I've also got something which sums up Phil's podcasts quite well, and it's this.
For the next 20 minutes, I'm going to be talking and saying absolutely nothing.
And that's like an 11-second soundboard clip, so that's not something I'll get a chance to play often, but I think it's a good one to pass up. Just, it sums up a lot of Phil's nonsensical podcast ramblings, quite well, I like how half my soundboard is like bloody just The Rock saying things, and it can be applied to Phil. Just like all The Rock ones is like, got
Shut up, bitch!
a classic one.
Shut your mouth, you thong-wearing fatty!
It's just funny how many freaking Rock sound clips are quite applicable and work well for a DSP bingo stream. But there you go, it is what it is. It is everyone who streams ever, exactly. Apparently Phil's closet is so different now. He says, my closet's so different now, we'll talk about it on the podcast, but I can actually use it now. Or was he not fucking using it before? Apparently him storing his valuables in there was never using it or something. That's fucking strange to me, but there you go. Hulk Hogan is in the closet. Phil reminds me of a South Park character. Any particular South Park character, Milk Knight, or just, if you think of him as a South Park character? He'll give him The Rock on the mic, which is gold. He could talk about food and have chicks drop in panties. Aye. He really honed his craft quite well on the microphone, he had a way with words, the charisma, like, it was ridiculous the amount of charisma one person could have, but it's just ridiculous, man. I mean, it's kind of weird. I mean, I grew up in that kind of era, like the Attitude Era myself, and I was into it myself with the wrestling. I was like a Stone Cold and The Rock and all this nonsense, and it was something crazy. Like The Rock could talk about literally something dumb, like strudel and pies, and the people would just be going mental. We're like, what the fuck? He's just literally just talking about all sorts of different kind of bakery products, and yet The Rock made it work, you know, he just was a very charismatic motherfucker. Still today, to this day as well, you know, he can still, he's got that presence about him, you know, he just, yeah, has a way of just saying that, you know, but it's just funny, you know. I spend a lot of the a lot of shit he said was gold, you know, obviously, which is why I've got some of the things in the soundboard, you know. D-Dog, that's too good. Milk Knight, I'm Phil Burnell and I have diabetes. Okay, so as I said, we're still waiting for Phil to go live, as you can see. Yeah, I'm surprised he's not live by now. I'm just going to keep playing Mew Cat's music for you guys until Phil is going live.
Now what does the sugar do in the sauce?
Adds sweetness, adds a contrast. If you don't, it's all going to be tartness, and you won't have any
It's
kind
going to
of
be
sweetness
acidity
to
from
the sauce.
tomatoes.
Right, you'll have
and then
tart,
spice.
tart and its acid and nothing else. Alright. So now we got to stir all that in, and then we add our final ingredients, and then the meat.
This one's for all my baby girls.
Italian wife. Italian wife. Italian bills. Italian dark side fifth. Italian wife. Italian wife. Italian chill. Italian can't give her a pill. I'm half kind of European mix. European style, Asian fusion style tips. Greasy hair, pasta once a week. Authentic style, Asian fusion style, Italian.
Guess what else we're going to add?
What?
Sausage. Italian sausage. That's going to go in here too.
I love sausage. I have had many varieties.
Italian wife. Italian wife. Italian bills. Italian dark side fifth. Italian wife. Italian wife. Italian chill. Italian can't give her a pill.
Well guys, as you can see, Phil's podcast is now beginning. Yeah guys, the same kind of thing applies, you know what I mean? Try and keep me right in chat if I miss anything, tag my name in chat if I do miss anything. I try my best not to miss anything, but you know, I'm only human, plus Phil's a very boring person, it happens. But yeah, fingers crossed we get a full house today, and yeah, here we go.
Good morning, everybody. How y'all doing? Hooey. I am DSP. And I welcome you here to the Level 1 podcast. You may notice I have a lozenge in my mouth. There's a good reason for that. So last night, yesterday I should say, I had a pretty lengthy stream. Yesterday was DSP's Closet Clean Out Marathon, also known as What's in DSP's Closet, The Revenge. And what I mean by that is it was my second opportunity to jump into my closet and see what was in there and clean it out. We did this all day long, all right? And it was fun, and it was a good time. However, two things occurred. Number one, I got a lot of stuff out of the closet, cleaned it out significantly. In fact, one thing you guys probably never knew is how huge the closet actually is. It's giant. It really is. It's ginormous. It basically is a walk-in closet. There's tons of space in there. In fact, let me show you something really cool. Ha ha! A vest ensemble is now available on demand. Yes, for the first time in 8 freaking years that I have lived here in Washington State, I can actually use my closet for something useful. Rather than me just throwing random shit in there and it being completely full of junk, I can actually use shit in the closet now. All right? It's huge. This is a big walk-in closet. It always had a lot of space, but it's just the day I moved in, I had all these moving bins of junk that I had from Connecticut, and I literally just threw them in, and I never actually cleaned it out or organized it. Okay? So, it's mostly empty. All right? It is. It's mostly empty. On the bottom floor, I should say. Out of the entire closet, it was literally filled to the top before we did this closet clean out project. All right? As of now, the right-hand side of the closet has bins in it, and my old PC and stuff like that. And then there's all decorations on the floor right there, and then there's some games right there. But it goes all the way to the left, and there's all space over there. So there's tons of space, and this is excellent. Seriously, this is excellent, because I absolutely like having the space and being able to do stuff with it. I don't have to hang my vests on the wall anymore. I can just hang them right here. These are not going to fall down because of the summer or anything like that, okay? So, immediate progress. And by the way, today on the podcast, we're going to talk about a lot of the stuff I found yesterday. We have a lot of things to discuss in regards to this, okay? So, that being said, all right, there you go. Awesome. Great stuff. If you didn't see yesterday's marathon, you absolutely should check it out right here on DSP Gaming. It's all live. Tons of discoveries again. You would think, oh, he already did this once. The second time couldn't be as good. I would argue we found better stuff this time. Between amazing fan art, my old game collection, the Project 7 stuff. Well, we'll talk about that in a minute. But anyway, pretty crazy. So, there you go. Pretty awesome, right? That I can now use my closet, and there's the vest whenever oh, it's vest time. Go right in the closet, grab it. Pretty awesome. Now, we're not done yet, and I should reiterate this. We're not done yet. There's still an entire top shelf you guys can't see that's completely jam-packed and cluttered with junk. All right? So, we still need to do that. Plus, I have 3 storage bins on the opposite side of my office over here. I have a storage bin here full of controllers and junk, and I have all of my old joysticks from the Street Fighter 4 days. We have to go through all that still. Okay? So, that being said, we will do another one of these. Yes, we will be doing another one of these. When, I don't know yet, and we'll talk about that in a moment. We've got so much going on in the next few weeks that I really don't know when we're going to do it. The thing is, I want to get it done. Like, I want to finish this project. This has been an ongoing project for over 2 weeks. It's going very well. You know, I want to finish it up, but I don't know when to do it yet. We'll talk about that on today's podcast, okay? So anyway, that's all well and good. Let's close this up for now. Okay. Cool, right? Now, what's the other thing that happened? Well, last night I was pooped, obviously, after the marathon. I'm relaxing with my wife and everything. Everything's fine, but I realized, oh, I forgot to take my allergy medication yesterday. In the midst of this marathon, I wasn't thinking about it, okay? So I took my allergy pill, like, late last night. Now, it's a 24-hour allergy pill, okay? So I take it, I go to sleep, I wake up this morning, my throat's completely, like, swollen up and gunked up again. Because, you know, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I took the allergy pill before I went to sleep. So you would think it would have kicked in overnight and I would have been fine. It didn't really do anything. So I woke up feeling terrible. My voice, I couldn't even talk. I go downstairs, I try to talk to my wife. I'm like, blah, 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 blah. She's like, what's wrong? You all right? I was like, yeah, my throat isn't sore. It's just swollen up from, you know, stupid allergies again. And I can tell my sinus, my whole right sinus today is inflamed in there. I'm like, it's fucking stupid. I took the pill. But sometimes, I don't know. Sometimes it's just so bad or whatever. I don't know. Or maybe it's how I sleep sometimes. I don't know. So that's why I have the lozenge today. I'm attempting to clear out my throat and get it going. Typically what happens is during the course of the podcast, it does clear out. It could take an hour of me talking with you guys, but typically it does, you know, all clear out, and then we're fine for the day. So I hope that's what happens. Obviously, we have a full day of streaming scheduled here, and I definitely don't want to hinder today's streams as a result of anything that happened yesterday. I don't know why it would, but again, took the pill, I prepared, and I wake up and it's still crappy, you know. Okay, so today is Sunday, the 14th of August, 2022. All right. Welcome, welcome. And again, if you missed yesterday's closet clean out, you missed a lot.
Alright, let's say this. I often actually get you guys taking a help confirm this. Arm flail, yay or nay?
I definitely don't.
I did tick it, but I can't untick it.
Don't want to hinder today's streams as a result of anything that happened yesterday. I don't know why it would, but again,
to me it's a bit of an arm flail because it's like he starts off low, goes up high, and he ends in a leg slap. To me, it just screams arm flail. In fact, I'll let you guys see it in full screen just so you know nothing cut off or whatever. Yeah, but let's go back 5 seconds.
Today's streams as a result of anything that happened yesterday. I don't know why it would, but again,
down, up, down.
Took the pill, I prepared.
Arm flail, yeah or nay? Most people are saying yeah. Most people are saying yes. So there we go. Right, we'll keep it ticked down.
And I wake up and it's still crappy, you know. Okay, so today is Sunday, the 14th of August, 2022. All right. Welcome, welcome. And again, if you missed yesterday's closet clean out, you missed a lot. We found a ton of stuff. Another 6 hours, essentially, of me cleaning out the closet and finding a bunch of stuff. Now, this time around, admittedly, nothing really to be added to the setup behind me, but a significant amount of stuff when it comes to discoveries of things that possibly could eventually become something. You know, for example, I found amazing fan art. I found this insanely cool piece of fan art from a decade ago that's been just sitting in storage, and I never did anything with it. Some people are like, well, would you look into possibly scanning it or maybe putting it in a shadow box? Because I can't really frame it because the way it is it's not flat. Watch the videos from yesterday, you'll understand what I'm saying. But it looks amazing. I definitely want to keep it and maybe even prominently show it somewhere, but you can't do it in the way that it is right now. So I'm trying to debate, you know, what could I do with this thing? And some people were talking about different things I could do. The thing is, I don't have any money to do anything with it right now, so it kind of just has to stay the way it is until maybe sometime in the future things get a little better and I could do something with that, okay? We found the Project 7 props. And again, I don't want to spend most of today's pre-stream just redoing what we did yesterday. So what I would say is, if you didn't see it yet, check it out. But definitely, we found all the props from Project 7 that I still have, including the entire Deathface outfit, and other stuff, which is really cool. Because people ask me all the time, gee, do you still have that stuff? What happened to it? I was like, I don't know. And then we found it yesterday. I was like, oh shit, this is pretty cool. So, that was nice. But I think the segment that everyone really liked was the final segment of the show, which was like the last 2 hours. I found, and it went through my classic games collection. Now, it's not as much as it used to be. I used to have more. When I lived in Connecticut, I had a big classic games collection that I kept in a bookcase. And when I moved, essentially what happened was, the last 1 or 2 events that I had at my place, I basically had all my friends come over, and I said, you know what, I'm moving, and quite frankly, I don't want to have all this shit with me. I don't know what use it'll be in my new life across the country, so take what you want. And they did. Oh, they dived in. And they picked up apart all my stuff, basically. And then when it was left, I just went, oh, okay, boom, 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 tossed it into bins, and moved it across the country with me, okay? So, that's basically what you guys saw yesterday, was the remnants, you know, the leftovers of what was left. The funny part is, okay, as we're going through this games collection, all right, and we're piecing through it, we're realizing, you know, some of the stuff here had zero value when I bought it. I'll give you an example, okay? Just one example of one of the games that we found, all right? Should I show it to you? I'll show it to you. Here you go. Here's just an example, okay, of one of the games that we're going through my games collection. It's called T-Mech on the 32X. This was a Sega console that was an add-on for the Genesis, but to use it, you had to already own the Sega CD add-on. So you had to own a console and then another console and then another console in order to play this game, okay? By the way, the game is terrible. It's like a really primitive 3D action shooter game. The graphics are garbage. It's not a highly rated game. Everyone said the game was absolute shit when it came out, okay? Now, I bought this game.
Oh, 2 seconds. Hang on. Wait. 2 seconds.
And then another console and then another console in order to play this game, okay? By the way, the game is terrible. It's like a really primitive 3D action shooter game. The graphics are
okay, it didn't say style. Okay, that was my bad. I was checking for him to say if it's like, you know, 3D style or actions. It didn't say style. Okay, I just wanted to check.
Garbage. It's not a highly rated game. Everyone said the game was absolute shit when it came out, okay? Now, I bought this game for $1.95. It even still has the price tag a decade ago. Back a decade ago when I was becoming a YouTuber, there was a retro game store in Connecticut. Actually, there were a few retro game stores in Connecticut that I would visit. And at one point, I was trying to build up my retro gaming collection, and I just happened upon, I said, man, it's an actual 32X game with its box and everything, right? So that's cool. I'll just get it. $2. Who cares if I never use it? It's $2. Okay? So yesterday we're going through all my games, and someone says, wait a minute, you have that? They said, are you aware that that's like worth a ridiculous amount of money now? I was like, what? It's $2. There's no way it has value. And they're like, no, really. You know, search it online. People search it online. They're like, yeah, it could be worth hundreds of dollars for a $2 game that I bought at a used game shop over a decade ago. And it just sat in my closet. You see? And that's one of, let's see, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like, there's like 12 games in my game collection that people were like, yeah, those games could have some really serious value if you find the right person. Okay? Now, I'm happy we did this yesterday, and here's why. We've been talking about this recently, that I need to upgrade my setup sooner rather than later. We've noticed I'm getting corrupted videos, and that means, obviously, we're having issues with this PC. I basically need to upgrade it. It's time. It's been 8 years since I got this PC, and I use this PC all day, every day. It's time for an upgrade, all right? And we've been talking about ways that I could do that. And one of the ways we said was, I could do a big fundraiser event. I could do a big marathon stream. You know, all funds go towards the new PC, and I'm sure I could do some silly fun stuff on it. And I guarantee you, if I did this, I would probably raise the amount I'm looking to raise to get a new PC. I almost guarantee it, because people are very generous. They want to see my setup improve. They want to see new stuff here on DSP Gaming, and I'm very appreciative of that. But there's a catch. You know, not everyone's made of money, especially now with inflation and everything. Stuff isn't very good right now for a lot of people. So I fully believe that if I did a fundraiser like that, people would come out in droves and support it, all right? But what would happen on the flip side is that all those people who normally support my streams normally would say, I just supported your fundraiser. I can't support your streams now. And that's the problem, is that's kind of the double-edged sword here. I'm a fully crowdfunded guy. I don't have advertisements, right? I'm not shilling any products. I don't have any product placements. I don't have any of that. So no exclusive partnerships. You know, I'm not getting paid to stream this today. I'm crowdfunded by you guys. That's how I make my living. So if I say, hey guys, crowdfund a new PC, and they do, but they're like, okay, that's great, but now I can't afford to crowdfund your streams for the next month. So I'm shooting myself in the foot. I can't raise the funds to buy new equipment and then not have any money for a month to pay my bills. It's not going to work, you see? So we've been talking about this over the last couple of months, all right? And essentially what we're talking about is other ways we can do this. We had one person who looked like they were going to be able to donate, and then ended up they couldn't. And there's all kinds of stuff going on. Like, well, I guess it just has to wait for now. What can you do? You know? And what I was proposing was that come the fall, when we have hot new releases out, and people are already coming to the channel in increased numbers to watch me play the new games, then maybe if we were to do a fundraiser, we'd get the regulars coming and supporting and fundraising the new PC, but then we'd still have the amount of people coming, watching the new games, supporting the streams for the new games, because we already will have that increase in attention over the fall, okay? Typically, during the fall times, all right, during the fall times, what happens is I get a little bit more viewership, but a lot more ad revenue on YouTube. The fall gaming season is the one time of the year, I'd say like October, November, December, where ad revenue is really good. And as long as I don't shoot myself in the foot like I did last year when I played GTA and Guardians of the Galaxy and other games with the licensed music on, as long as I don't do that this year, I should see a big increase, all right? Absolutely, okay? Now, let's see what happens with that, all right? But the other thing that's now happened is because we went into the closet and found what was in there. Little hidden gems like this, right? Could turn into something, or they might not at all. Because here's the thing. Two things you got to understand. Number one, I cannot sell stuff online. It's just not possible, all right? Right now, if I tried to sell T-Mech on eBay, a million trolls would come and flood it. They'd flag the fucking auction and try to tell eBay it's a scam when it's not. They put nasty comments all over it saying, oh, don't bid on this. The guy's a scammer, a piece of shit. They would do false bids. If it was a standard auction, they do false bids, okay? So I can't do stuff online. And the funny part about that is some people are like, oh, you could just do it under a reseller, or you could do it. No, you don't understand the level of obsession that the nutcases have when it comes.
You don't understand how lazy this motherfucker is. That's more like it. This man is so fucking lazy, he can't be arsed putting extra effort into anything that could help him generate a lot of money. You think he's going to fucking do the effort to fucking go to eBay as a reseller or something? No, he's not going to do that, Trish. He is not going to bother his arse. He's not even trying to do this. As I'm saying, if DJ number one's right in chat, he's not even trying to do the goddamn thing.
To me, you have no concept. So what's wrong with Phil wanting to sell his classic games collection to fundraise and buy a new PC for his business? Can you say there's anything wrong with that, right? Morally, legally, is there anything? No, there's nothing wrong with that at all. They don't care. It's not a matter of, oh, we want to stop Phil from doing things that we think are bad or unsavory, right? Like their major thing with me is, oh, Phil begs on his streams, okay? Because that's how I make a living.
I mean, our major thing is he lies about what he needs the money for. That's like the kind of big thing. You know, he's pretending he's fucking spending money only on his fucking bills, and yet we see him spend a whole lot of money in WWE Champions. That's the kind of shit that we pull up all the time.
I don't tell you guys, hey, I'm crowdfunded, please contribute. I don't make a paycheck today. Understand? That's the model. That's how it works for a lot of people who are content creators, all right? They don't like that. So their justification for trolling me and trying to ruin my life is, oh, we don't like that he asked for, for support on his streams. Well, if I list this online and try to sell it online, is this begging? No. Is this, you know what I mean? There's nothing in line with what they complain about. But they'll ruin it anyway. Because that's how they are. They like to pretend like they're high and mighty crusaders for good. They're not. They're actually the lowest form of life. They're bottom-feeding scumsuckers. All they want to do is ruin my life, so they will find a way to try to fuck me over and make it so that I can't sell this online. Whether it's, like I said, trolling the auction, fake bids, a bunch of slanderous shit, false reports, oh, this is a scam, whatever it would be. I even told you guys yesterday during the marathon, I said, no, I'm telling you, nothing that I find today am I going to try to sell online. I'm outright telling you right now, I'm not going to do it. It's not worth it. They were looking for me selling this already. They already, oh, Phil's a liar. Everything he says is a lie. So, because he said he's not selling it online yesterday, he's definitely selling it online. So let's go find his auctions. And they went all over the internet looking for it. Okay? That's how they are. They're insane. That kind of behavior is not normal. All right? So, it's great that I found games like this. Like I said, I have about a dozen games that might have value. But number one, I can't sell them online. And number two, an item's value, okay, is not what some website lists it as, is not what some rabid fan says it is. An item's actual value is what someone is willing to pay for it, okay? Allow me to explain, because I have a good story in this case, all right? Many, many years ago, all right, when I first started being a YouTuber, and Street Fighter 4 became prominent in 2009, I started a little side shindig with my buddies at the time where we were making custom joysticks. We were basically making art that we would print out at like a Kinko's or a...
I want to correct him right there. He was not making the art. He was not making the art. He was printing off art that other people had made. Not only had made it, they'd copyrighted it. He was printing official art, slapping it on joysticks and then selling it on. He was using someone else's artwork for personal gain. I just wanted to correct the record right there before I fucking keep going with this fucking story.
FedEx, and we would use an X-Acto knife to cut out everything, and we would superimpose that art. We'd put it into the joystick with replaced buttons and joysticks that made it a better joystick. Okay, at the time, you could buy stock joystick for like $100, but the controls were shit and the art was bad. So what we did is we upgraded all of that, a big step up, okay, and sold them online. Now, was I selling them because I was like, oh, this is a business of, it's a better joystick? No. The way I saw it is, oh, it's just like, it's a nice collector's item. If you like my content on YouTube, this is a way to be a part of that. So there were competitors out there who were selling competitive joysticks. They were trying to upgrade the joystick, the buttons, make it a really high-end joystick for tournament play, and they would sell theirs for between $150 to $200. My joysticks were auctioning for $500+ on eBay. And you might say, why? What's the value of the joystick Phil was selling? He wasn't doing anything better than those selling the competition joysticks. But the value of something is what someone is willing to pay for it, not what it's listed in a textbook or an online listing. It's just what people want to pay for it because it has demand. You understand? People were overbidding and overvaluing the sticks because they wanted a piece of something that Darkside Phil did on the internet. They were fans and they thought that was neat. You see? So the same thing here. Even though you may look online and say, oh, T-Mac in the box could be valued at, I don't know, $100. It doesn't mean that someone's going to be willing to pay $100 for this. At all. Okay? So, what I need to do, which I can't do right now, but what I need to do is do some research. And by the way, I want to say thank you. One of the viewers yesterday did send me an in-depth email about different like game stores and things in my area that might be willing to buy these games, you know, for value rather than, oh, trade this in for $1, right? So, yeah, I have to look into it. I have to see what I can do and set up a time when maybe I could go to one of these stores because they're not nearby. There is one or two nearby, but they're not the ones that are prominent. Like there's some prominent stores in Seattle, but Seattle's 45 minutes away from me, and to actually do anything in the city of Seattle, there's no parking. I'd have to find a big day to go to a parking lot, walk across the fucking city to get to the store. You know, it's a trek, okay? So it's not something I can just do on a whim. It's something I have to plan for. I have to have a day off of streaming to do it, you see? This is not something easy for me to be able to do, sadly. It's nice that some people are like, oh, any day I have nothing to do, I can just drive into the town next to me and do shit. I can't do that. I have to be here 6 days a week full-time streaming to make a living, okay? So, the good news is, if and when I get a chance to try to figure this out and say, oh, maybe I have a chance to go to a nice prominent game shop and bring all my games and see if I can get a good value for them, I may be able to do some fundraising selling off the classic games that have value. Maybe that'll be a significant amount towards, say, getting a new PC setup. But the question is if and when, and that's not an easily answerable question. All right? Because, again, I can't.
Yes! Get on with it!
Take the time away. I just can't. I can't right now. If I would love to take a day off right now. Listen to my throat. My throat's all screwed up. I would love to take the day off and say, oh, I'll just rest my throat. I'll be back tomorrow. I can't. I need to work today. I need to make money to pay bills. That's how it is. I'm living paycheck to paycheck, and that's my life. Okay. I'm sorry. That's just the way it is. I don't have that kind of freedom in my life right now. So eventually, yes, I will do something with these. I just can't right now. But I'll do my best to try to figure this out. You know, hopefully soon. Let me go put this back over there now. Okay. All right. Whew. All right, so that's just one of the many things we found. If you didn't see the marathon yesterday, you got to check it out. There's tons of stuff we found. That was really fun. In addition to that, I had a DSP Tries It for the first time in like over a year. I haven't done a full-on DSP Tries It since last year. I take that back because I think we did a special holiday edition of like holiday fruit cakes last year. But, you know, I'm talking about real fast food. We did Dairy Queen. And, whew. First of all, it split in two parts by accident. I had my keyboard on the floor. And as I was eating, I must have kicked it with my foot. And it stopped the recording right in the middle. I was like, oh, shit. So we lost like 5 minutes. So it's a two-parter, which I've never done. I don't do two-parter DSP Tries It, but I had to for this one. Okay? So, yeah, it was good. Check it out. All those videos are right here on DSP Gaming. Please give them a look. I hope you guys will check it out and enjoy. All right? But today, we're back to the normal schedule, all right? We have something new. You guys got to remind me at the very end of this podcast, okay? Please remember, someone grab me and say, hey, Phil, you said you wanted to do something new for the end of the podcast today, all right? Because I want to end the podcast every day with something different and special, and we're going to do that starting today, okay? So, Air Charles, what are you talking about? He says, your stream starts at 10 a.m. Couldn't you do it before? Before what? The stream? Do what? Drive to Seattle to sell games? Do you think that a game store opens at 6 a.m.? I don't know why I even read the comments sometimes. I just don't understand it. Okay. Ryan says I have the sleepy eyes today. Like I said, it's not sleepy eyes, it's allergies. I woke up with really bad allergies today. My eyes were swollen, my throat's gunked up. I was like, bleh. Okay. All right. Anyway, so what's going on? Let's talk, because guess what? We have an eventful week. 1 week from today, we have another marathon. Wait, 1 week from yesterday, we have another marathon. This coming Saturday, it's a new React event. I haven't done a React event in a while now, right? It's been a long time. This coming Saturday, August 20th, it is DSP React to the original This Is How You Don't Play video, okay? I haven't done this in a very long time. This is something that, I haven't done any drama-like reactions in a couple months, if not longer. And I've never watched this video in its entirety, ever. I've seen excerpts from it, pieces of it here and there. I never just sat down and said, okay, I'll watch the whole thing, okay? So this will be interesting. Me actually reacting directly to it. This Is How You Don't Play for the first time. This thing has been around for over 10 years, okay? It should be interesting for sure. However, I do have an announcement to make right now, all right? Unless I see a big spike in support on the streams this week, I can't do a Feasting with the King or a DSP Tries It or anything during the marathon. I just can't afford it right now. To give you guys some perspective, I've got 4 streaming days left this week. Today, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, okay? In those 4 days, I have to raise enough to pay a bill. It's actually my trash removal bill. It comes up every 3 months. Well, this is the month. So I have to pay that bill. I have to raise enough money for my day off on Thursday. And then, only 2 days after, on the actual day we're doing the marathon on Saturday, okay, I have to pay my bi-monthly utilities bill. It's not the electric, it's the other. It's everything else.
This fucking guy just hates being an adult, doesn't he? He just cannot handle being an adult with responsibilities in life that he has to fucking make sure he takes care of. We've all got fucking bills to pay. Every single fucking one of us has a bill to fucking pay. Jesus Christ, man. I've got a credit card bill to fucking pay off and all that shit, and I've got other shit to pay off and fucking everything, this and that. We've all got fucking bills we need to fucking pay off, and Jesus Christ, man, you don't fucking... I mean, I really don't understand how he can fucking live with himself being this kind of fucking way. I really can't. I really can't. Like, I'm just trying to imagine if I was like as fucking spineless and as like shameless as Phil. I'm like to you guys, I need to finish paying off my outstanding bills. If you guys could step up, and by the way, also give me money so we can afford to, get a takeaway tonight, for dinner. It's stupid. I couldn't do it. I'd feel so fucking shameless. It would make me cringe like hell. I just wouldn't feel like a fucking man having to do that shit. It's not right. It's just unbelievable, man. It should be natural. People want to fucking support you. Let them fucking support you. It should just be a natural fucking thing. We've all got rent, we've all got these bills that we need to fucking take care of, and Phil is fucking forcing this issue and the pressure on his fans to step up because he can never fucking take care of things financially responsibly. And as Trent said earlier on, $441 was spent on WWE champions in this latest event. Yeah, Trey Milton, it was Batista.
It was like water, sewage, bullshit bill. The bullshit bill. It's due every other month. And that's hundreds of dollars. Okay? So, I'm in a situation here where I'm like, oh, so in the next week, 4 days, I'm supposed to raise enough money for a day off and a bill before my day off, and then within 2 days of my day off, I have to have raised over $200+ for another bill on Saturday. So how in the holy hell am I going to afford ordering out food on Saturdays? This Is How You Don't Play React stream, right? I'm not. Okay? So that's the deal. It looks like what I will do is we will do the React. It'll be a marathon style. if we happen to finish up that react early, we could easily find another thing to react to that maybe isn't so long. As you guys know, we have many things we can do now. Anything from the Frederick Knudsen channel, anything from the June the King channel, anything from the Rob Gavigan channel. I have permission to react to content from those channels if we have extra time, okay? So, that being said, it'll still be a fun event. It's going to be the first time ever I even basically respond to This Is How You Don't Play. But it just kind of sucks. There's no way that I would be able to order more food. I'm going to have all my money going towards these bills for the next week. And that's just life, all right? Like I said, unless I see a giant spike in support. You got to understand something. Every time that I stream, I have a goal for tips, okay? The goal is $150. That's what I put in place last year when I basically lost my partnership on Twitch. And when I was on Twitch, I was making a very good amount in cheers and a very, very good amount in subs every single month. It all literally disappeared when I came here to YouTube full-time last year. Now, the good news is I've been building that up. I've been building up my viewer base on YouTube. I've been building up the amount of support I get with members and super chats. But I'm not back to the level where I was on Twitch. And the funny part is, you might say, oh, well, it's fine then, though, because, you know, we'll take a look. How do we really do realistically on every stream? Are we hitting $150 in tips? No.
Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much, Hawkswivers, for the super chat. It says you can actually see the little cogs turning in his head, trying to come up with all these daily bills to use as excuses. Yeah, he would really have to think hard for all those extra reasons for why he needs your money. It's just, it's nothing changes. Nothing changes with him.
Do we even hit $100 in tips every stream? No, not anymore. When I first started here last year on YouTube, I was. Every stream we were hitting $100, okay? That's ended, okay? So, yeah, my support has dwindled when it comes to tips, and because of that, things get really tight. You know, it used to be in a given week, I had no pressure at all. It was like, I just stream, I know I'm going to make enough for my bills, and my day off this week, it's not a big deal. Now there's pressure almost every week. The one week I don't have pressure is the week I get paid by YouTube, because I have a little bit extra money usually that week, and then once all my bills are paid, that's gone too, and that's it. So I'm in a situation right now that unless, you know, we get a really awesome couple of days where I'm totally maxing out the tips goals on every stream, or we get someone generous who comes by and says, hey, I want to help out, here's a big contribution, things are just going to be tight, and there's nothing I can do about that, all right? The other thing you got to realize is that I was only doing these special events, these marathon-style events, once a month or once every 2 months. In the last month, think about how many of them we've done, okay? Seriously. If you put it into perspective here, we've already done 2 to 3. We're doing another one on Saturday. And then at the end of the month, there's going to be another one for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles pizza party that we're still planning, okay? So, you know, this is a situation where I was ordering out food, what, once a month, once every other month, and now I'm doing it almost every week. It adds up, all right? So, as much as I'd like to be, oh, guess what, guys? We can start planning for Saturday. Let's start talking about cuisine. I can't do it. Unless there's someone comes in and is real generous, or in general, if everyone comes in is very, very generous in the next 4 days so that I could afford it, but...
Let's take a wee detour, shall we? Let's just take a wee detour. Don't mind me, guys. Alright, don't mind... Oops, wrong thing. Let's just take a wee small detour. DSP Tips Tracker. Don't mind me. Just getting on with things here. Bank weeks. Don't mind me. Don't mind me whatsoever. I'm just taking a wee small detour here. Right, how often did he get like a DoorDash? And what would it show as DoorDash, or would it show as, I can't mind what it would show as? Would it show as DoorDash, or would it show as something different? I'm trying to think, well, actually, what would it show as? Would it show as DoorDash, or would it show as something different? I'm trying to actually think. Taco Bell, Azteca Mexican restaurant. What the fuck, man? I'm just trying. Would it actually show as DoorDash? I might fuck it. I'm trying to search, I guess. Sort it A to Z. Fuck it. Oh, so many credits. DoorDash. There we fucking go. Bloody hell, man, so many DoorDashes. Look at all these DoorDashes. Look at all these DoorDashes and the dates and everything else. This is an 18-month period, keep in mind, guys. 18-month period. So he... How many have I selected here? 78 times. 7 to 8 different times in an 18-month period. He used a DoorDash. So how does that work out as? That's not once a month. That is not once a month. That's not twice a month. It's not even 3 times a month, is it? I think it's more than that. I mean, it's unbelievable. It's just look at this shit here. This is order. So this is the 5th of August, right? 5th of August 2021. 9th of August 2021. 12th of August 2021. 18th of August 2021. 19th of August 2021. 26th of August 2021. That was all August of 2021. 6 separate occasions. DoorDashing. $72, $38, $60, $9.99. He had a $9.99 DoorDash order. $50.58. What the hell has he bought for $9.99 from DoorDash? What the hell? Or DoorDash. Oh, actually, that might be the DoorDash Dash Pass. Isn't that a thing where you order a Dash Pass? He basically pays for itself because you don't pay for delivery charge or something. So that might be what $9.99 ones are. I don't know. I could explain what the $9.99 ones are though. Because it appears a couple of times. You can see that there. The Dash Pass. But I just fucking once a month, my arse. I just had to fucking go on that field trip, guys. Sorry.
It is what it is. There's not much I can do here, okay? So we will be planning. We'll be talking all week and hyping up, getting excited for me to react to this is how you don't play for the first time on Saturday, but I can't go that extra mile this time. I just can't afford it, okay? So what we will do is probably I'll just take a break. What I'll do is I'll get some food when I go grocery shopping this week, something quickly that my wife can maybe make, and then have something left over, and I'll take like a 20-minute break, warm it up, wolf it down, and then come back to the stream, okay? Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and ban some of these idiots. Here we go.
Oh, he's getting all toxic in his chat. Although he did try and he did completely butcher that word as well, right? So what did he try and say there?
And then come back to the stream, okay?
I'm kidding. This is mispronouncing a word.
Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and
blah blah. I think he's going to try to say ban and block at the same time. So I said blah blah. That's definitely a mispronunciation, though. And he said I did as well, ban some of these idiots, so that's another, there we go, cool. Nicely done, nicely done.
Ban some of these idiots. Here we go. These people come in here with troll accounts every day and they try to pretend. They're just dunces. They're so dumb, you know, and they think that I don't know, and then they reveal themselves whenever, like right now, I'm being transparent with you guys. I'm trying to, give you a heartfelt message about the situation I'm in so you understand. I want to do a Feasting with the King or a DSP Tries It or whatever this Saturday. I just can't afford it. So I'm real with you guys about it. And here's the opportunity.
This guy's real with us. Okay. Time for another field trip. Kiwi Farms. Let's go to Kiwi Farms. Right, let's go to this topic right here. This was a very good topic. Oh, would you look at that TG game box? So, never had to do a total like this before. So DSP is back in the top 100, but my score is close to his. Why? I opened King Woods at free SS in the first 24 hours of a $20 pool. Needed resources to bring NW Brought Heart to 5-star gold. DSP did not get him at all yet. So my score, minus 500k, then take his score and subtract it from mine, you get 618k. 18k divided by 3,500, a loot coin divided by 40 loot coins, and you get $441 spent on the brand new event. All you had to do is crack open the woods and you could have saved enough money for an Xbox Series S. And so the image here, there's a PJ's 134, and down from the rafters is 99. There's some of the maths about it, the points and the limits and all that nonsense. Breaking it all down, there's a player profile for down from the rafters. Jesus Christ, man. Oh, was this like a before and after or something? No, I just didn't click the right thing. Okay, I was confused there. And that was his Saviour Woods, King Woods or whatever pack thing. Yeah, it's just unbelievable, man. Yeah, a new post as well. Thank you for what you do. I know it's been taxing by a question. Have you ever thought of maybe working with Piece of Peace and making a doc of how much he spends on these, or if you have it already and it's put to someone else, I'd love to look at it. Peace has permission to use anything, always has. If Peace ever does any videos involving champions, he can contact me, but I don't plan on making anything right now, too busy. I mean, obviously I cover some champion stuff all the time myself, obviously all the time, I say sometimes I cover it, I do talk to TJ as well, sometimes as well, outside of, like, you know, I've got my Discord, for example, you know, so if I'm ever going to do a proper WWE Champions video and try and break down things methodically, I'm definitely going to hit him up, that's for sure. But yeah, Phil wasted $441 on WWE Champions for a brand new event. Just let that sink in while he keeps on lying to you.
Oh, let's complain. Let's attack Phil. Let's make him feel bad in the chat. Fuck off. You're scumbags. You're the same people who fucking go online, just look, oh, is he selling his games online? You're stalkerish losers. You need fucking help. You gotta go seek psychiatric help immediately. In fact, here's my recommendation. Wrap yourself up in a fucking straitjacket and bounce yourself off your padded walls, because that's where you fucking belong. Jesus Christ, these fucking people are messed up. Okay. Excuse me. So, let's talk about the schedule for the week. Let's talk about the event on Saturday. There's another event coming up. And then the other thing is, I got to figure out when we're doing the next closet clean out. We have the finale. The third one will definitely be the last one. Like I said, we basically have the whole top shelf to clear out and some storage bins over there and stuff here. And then it's done. And that's probably enough for one more marathon stream. But again, the question is, when will this be? Okay? So let's talk about that. Let's do it. Today, Toy Story 3. This game has been exceptionally good. It's blown me away. I've only played it for 4 hours. And the game is honestly a full-fledged game in the, like, just as much content as, say, any AAA game of the time. It's got kind of open-world exploration. It's got its own little mini-town where you can build buildings and help the townspeople with quests like an RPG. But then it's got new areas that open up for platforming challenges and fun. It's got story-based stages based on both the Toy Story 3 movie and other things. It's crazy good. I'm blown away by how good Toy Story 3 is. And I now understand why for years and years you guys asked me to play this game. So after having played it on 2 late streams, I was like, dude, this game is definitely good enough to be played on the mainstream. And also people are like, if you do everything in the game, it takes 18 hours. 18 hours. If I'm playing it in 2-hour increments twice a week, I won't beat this game for 2 months. So I said, let's start doing it as a mainstream. It just makes sense. So today, Toy Story 3 continues. It's going to be chill, interactive fun, but the game's a lot of fun. It's really entertaining. I hope you guys will stick around and give it a chance. Maybe you didn't watch the streams up to now, and you would like to see if it's any good. I think you're going to like what you find, especially if you like Toy Story. The game is really, really, really good, okay? So that's the mainstream today. Now tonight, on the late stream, 6:45 p.m. Pacific time, it is time. Sunday Night Bites. It's our new event that we're doing every Sunday night. It's an interactive and chill stream fun. And what I mean by that is, unlike other streams, the stream will not be focused on progress in a game. It will not be focused on, oh my God, challenging gameplay that Phil must overcome. It's going to be focused on chill, relaxing, and mostly interacting with you guys, okay? We did this last week as an experiment. It went really well. People absolutely loved it and said, we want you to do this once a week if you can. This is so good, okay? So, if you want to go to a stream where you're going to hear fun stories from me, where we're going to have interesting conversation and interaction, and it's more about the vibe of relaxation and interaction rather than the gameplay, come to the stream tonight for Bassmaster Fishing 2022, also known as Sunday Night Bites. And we have a special thing that we're doing. I actually already, by complete coincidence, have a fisherman's hat. That's essentially what this is. It's an outdoorsman or fisherman's hat. And as you can see, this hat has a band of special fabric attached to it around the edge. The purpose of that is that if you're an outdoorsman, you want things available to you on the go quickly. And so it's basically for storage. So what I said I would do is once a week when we do our Sunday Night Bites, if we raise $100 in tips on that stream, I'll put on my fisherman's hat. And then starting this week, all right, I'm going to see if I can find some fun fisher, like lures, hooks, things that a fisherman would have. And I'm going to see if I can get a few of them. And then once a week, if we hit that goal of $100 on the Sunday Night Bite stream, each week I will add a new item to the hat. Okay? So over the course of the weeks we're doing this, you're going to see this transform into looking like I'm really a fisherman.
Money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you to Gary Dalton who subscribed to the channel. Much appreciated. Thank you very much. And yeah, Phil, I'm just going to press this button now because it makes me want to press it.
For the next 20 minutes, I'm going to be talking and saying absolutely nothing.
Pretty cool, okay? So, something neat, something different to do. All right, and I hope you'll join me tonight, 6:45 p.m. Pacific time, for the chill of Sunday Night Bites. All right, Monday, what are we doing? Well, on Monday, we're going to continue on with the Final Fantasy VII endgame optional content grind. We have to start with the Chocobos. If you've played...
Oh, the quality just went down a bit there. We're at 480p, can't have that. 1080p, there we go.
Final Fantasy VII before, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. If you've never played it, you have no clue what the hell is a Chocobo. This game has a mini game where you buy, raise, race, and breed Chocobos, which are kind of one of the mascots of the Final Fantasy franchise. They're these cute yellow birds that you can ride. They even have their own theme songs and stuff. In Final Fantasy VII, there's a whole mini game based around it. All right. So why do you want to do this? If you do it for hours and hours and hours and hours, once you finally...
By the way, I forgot to tick off family. He mentioned Cat earlier on, and I completely blanked it. He has talked about his family already, so I forgot to tick it off, so I'm ticking it off now. Is when he was talking about how he can't afford feasting with a king, and Cat might need to make him something instead quickly so he can eat it in between him reacting to this is how you don't play. So I forgot to tick it off earlier on. He definitely did mention Cat and talk about her making something for him quickly to scoff down, since he cannot afford feasting with the king stuff right now. Unless support is great, so who knows?
Keep racing and breeding these Chocobos to get like the best pristine competition Chocobos. There's a chance when they breed you'll get a golden Chocobo. When you do that, the golden Chocobo allows you to ride it around the world and it can fly to areas you previously couldn't explore. I think there's one cave full of materia, and there's another cave where you actually get the best summon in the game, Knights of the Round. Once you have all of that, now you can take on the two super bosses of the game, Ruby and Emerald Weapon, that otherwise are pretty much almost unbeatable because you need the most powerful stuff to beat them. Okay? So, tomorrow we start the Chocobo grind. It's going to be time consuming, but people said they wanted me to do it, which is why we're going to do it. I hope you'll join me and support the stream tomorrow. And we'll keep it up and we'll see how it goes. I hope for the best. You know, when you're doing this Chocobo stuff, sometimes you get better luck with the breeding, and sometimes you take forever. So I guess we'll see what happens, but it should be fun. By the way, I can do the game at 3 times speed. This version of Final Fantasy VII has that, so it will significantly speed up the process. See how it goes starting tomorrow, okay? Okay. Tomorrow night, the late stream on Monday is Multiverses Season 1 Premiere. Multiverses is getting a big update tomorrow with new content. What new content? Nobody knows because they're staying tight-lipped about it. They had said Season 1 is going to have an arcade mode where it's 2v2 and there's online co-op. They also said that it'll have a ranked system where you have ranking points depending on your wins and losses. And they've also...
This is mental. Every single square is going to be a bingo. I've not had a bingo yet. Literally not. Look, guys. Look, every single square left is going to result in a bingo. If it gets done close up, that's the bottom row done. If it's meaningful, that is diagonal top left to bottom right. If it's engagement, that's middle column. If it's also, the YouTuber jealousy, that's actually, no, YouTuber jealousy, no, that would be one as well because of bottom left to top right. Every single square that's left is a bingo. Somehow I've not got a single bingo yet, but look at just all the screen that's on the board. This is crazy, man. So the next thing that gets ticked off will result in a bingo.
Said there's going to be new characters, but then they said, oh, all that content will not be available on day 1. Don't expect it. We're going to slowly roll it out. So it's like, what will be there on day 1? We actually don't know because they didn't say. So I guess we're all going to find out tomorrow night. All right, on the late stream. I love Multiverses. It's the first time I'm getting to play it in a week, so it should be a good time. Okay, hold on one second. I found a twisty on the floor from us cleaning out the closet yesterday. I want to throw it out. Okay.
Would you consider...
Ooh. Tuesday. He's plastic. Hold on.
Yes, get on with it!
Tuesday. More Toy Story 3 on the main stream. And the late stream on Tuesday is going to be 2 Point Campus, which up to now has always been a daytime stream. But admittedly, being that it's a slow-moving sim game, it's not really catching on with my main audience on daytime streams. I'm not shocked at this. Okay, so we're moving it to chill night streams starting Tuesday night. We're going to start up the 3rd campus, which is Clown College. And the objective is within 2 hours to try to unlock the 4th campus if we can. Okay? Wednesday, I'm going to leave as kind of an open day. We could either do Final Fantasy or we could do more Toy Story 3. And we could either do more Multiverses or more 2 Point Campus, depending on what you want. I kind of know, I think I know what we're going to end up doing, but I'm going to leave it open and see what your feedback is over the course of the week, okay? There you go. So, that's what we're doing for this streaming week. Thursday will be my day off. And then, like I said, coming up this Saturday, special marathon event, DSP reacts to This Is How You Don't Play Metal Gear Solid 2, the original video that started the movement over 10 years ago. All right, that's definitely going to be a fun marathon. I've never done anything like that before. That'll be Saturday the 20th. But sadly, I can't order out food that day. I'm just going to have to eat something quick here at home. So don't expect a Feasting with the King or a DSP tries it. Okay. Now, the other two things I want to talk about before we move on to other topics. Okay. At the end of this month, August 30th, which is a Tuesday, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Cowabunga Collection releases. This is a collection of all the classic Ninja Turtles games from my youth, including the NES one, the sequel on NES that was more like the arcade beat 'em up, the other sequel on NES that was like its own standalone arcade style beat 'em up, the actual original arcade game, the sequel called Turtles in Time, 2 versions of the fighting game, one from the Super Nintendo and one from the Genesis, as well as more. I think there's even more in there that I'm not even aware of, maybe a Game Boy, I'm not sure. But basically there's like a ton of games in this collection. Some of them even have online co-op capabilities where you can team up with people online to play or even play against people in the fighting games, okay? So, when this comes out, obviously, I'm a huge fan of the Ninja Turtles. I played Shredder's Revenge earlier this year. When I was a young kid, it was the big in thing. I was totally into it. This is right up my alley. This is something that I'm very interested in, covering. And I actually wanted to do a special event, okay? A special event where I want to cover all these games in a marathon setting. Like, do a little bit of each one to see what they're like. And then maybe do a little bit more gameplay, like maybe do online co-op in a few, maybe play some people in the fighting games online. But I want to bring it, do like a party-like atmosphere for this. So I want to do a pizza party, which I've never done before. I want to order pizza while we're playing games together. And then when the pizza shows up, we eat and play and do, all while it's all going on live. A big Ninja Turtle style event. Okay? So, the question is, when do I do that? Because here's the thing. You guys have outright expressed to me that you want to see my marathons happen on weekends. That more people can usually attend my marathons on a weekend. If I did,
why the hell does he never do anything on a Sunday? I mean, it's part of the fucking weekend after all. We're reading a Friday night. Friday night, people aren't worried about fucking school the next day, and it would fucking cater to this American audience, and the Friday night stream could really do well for once. The evening streams are fucking just like supplemental income. They don't usually do that great. In the grand scheme of things, I don't know.
Did it in the middle of the week, attendance would be lower, right? And basically what I'm thinking is I should do it the next weekend. All right, so if it comes out on the 30th, I think that Saturday coming up is like, I want to say it's like September 3rd, I think. Let's see here. Yes, it would be Saturday, September 3rd, okay? So that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking, okay, it comes on the 30th. We'll hold off. We won't play it on the 30th, all right? I'll save it for that Saturday, and we'll do a marathon launch where for that day we'll play.
Americans have church on Sundays. D-Dog, are you telling me that Phil goes to church on Sundays? I'm not buying that, Chief. I'm not buying that one bit. He'd have to wake up early. He'd have to put on something nice. He would hate it. He'd be uncomfortable in those church seats, They would ask for donations, and he'd be like, excuse me, but I need this money more than you do, and take the fucking donation plate. There's no way this guy goes to church. All his viewers might go to church on a Sunday. Ah, I see. His viewers might be going to church instead. Oh, most of his most, prominent viewers and most financially supported viewers are not American. I would put it to you that some of his biggest whales are usually European. Or at least on this side of the fucking planet compared to the west side of the planet like America is. Technically it's weird saying there's like a west side of the planet when the planet's fucking round, but you get what I'm saying. The non-Americans go to church another day. No, Sunday's like the main kind of church day, really. For most, Catholic kind of style people. I don't know. I'm not a very religious person. I guess technically for me I'm like an atheist. Like I'm not like, if there's a God, then fair enough, and if people like religion, fair enough. If religion gives people hope and happiness, that's fair play to them. If it helps them in their life, each to their own. I'm kind of that kind of mentality, but I'm not a religious person at all. Yeah, yeah, you heard me say Catholic style people. I didn't know how to phrase it, Snood, you know? It's just the way it's the way it came out. Phil's fucking him staying still and everything else is just coming at me. But yeah, I guess I'm technically an atheist more than anything else.
All different games from it, and then we can maybe slowly pick the best ones that you guys want to see me play a little bit more of over the course of the next week or whatever. Okay? But yeah, big marathon that day, has the pizza coming in. Makes sense to do it on a weekend. Okay? So then here's the schedule. All right, this weekend coming up on the 20th, DSP reacts to This Is How You Don't Play, and then 2 weeks after that, it's the Ninja Turtles Pizza Party celebration. Right? So now the question is, well, when do I do the closet clean out? Right? Because I know you guys want to see this for the finale. You want to see what else is here. You want to figure out what I can sell, trade in. We want to clean up the rest of the office, get it all done, and then it's the month-long project. We'll have finally a sense of completion. Right? Right now it's kind of still open-ended. It's not done yet. Right? So the only thing I can think of is to do it on Saturday the 27th, which I'm okay with. But now literally every Saturday we're doing a marathon. And like I said, with money being tight, again, I don't know if I would be able to order food or whatever that day. All right? So that's the only thing I can think of. So it'd be literally a month where every Saturday is a special marathon. Closet cleaning yesterday. This Saturday, DSP reacts to This Is How You Don't Play. The Saturday after, DSP's closet cleanup, the finale event. And then the week after that, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Cowabunga Collection Pizza Party Celebration. Wow. Wow. So there you go.
Wow. Wow. Fucking wow. Double bingo, baby. Double bingo.
Woo! It's going to be crazy. Now, while all this is going on, and by the way, outside of the React going on this weekend, I'm doing all these events for free. It's not like I raised, there's a goal that we had to hit. I'm just doing them.
What the fuck are you talking about? The only thing you're fucking doing for free is the fucking pizza party. That's the only thing that was not behind a paywall. No, I'm not going to let you get away with that, Phil. You're not getting away with that shit. Every single fucking event you're doing, apart from the fucking pizza party thing, was something that the fans had to fucking hit an arbitrary target for. You set a members goal. That costs money. People pay money to be a member on your fucking channel. You hit a specific target and you do that fucking goal that was for that target. Therefore, you charge people money for these fucking goals. By the way, how is that a good... how do I get these pauses? How do I get these pauses? I don't understand. Let me full screen this and take a snapshot of this pause. This is like hungover drunk Phil. Has anyone ever seen Father Ted? Phil looks worse than Father Jack. I'm just saying. This is the face of a man that drinks too much. Jesus Christ, but I'm not letting him get away with that nonsense. Fans paid memberships to hit an arbitrary target he set, and he's pretending he's doing all this at the goodness of his heart in the fucking free events. Fuck that. The only thing he offered for free was a pizza party idea, and even then he hated actually doing that because then he fucking couldn't monetize it. Remember the regret he had when he said, I really shouldn't have suggested doing that without setting it behind a target, you know? And he was considering putting it behind some kind of member goal and, you know, just kind of retcon that. But then he realised that would have been too much of a shit fucking move to do, even by his standards. Power Jack was amazing and funny, exactly what Argudale was. Phil's the antithesis of that, he's the exact opposite of that. Yeah. Beck, arse, drink. Woman. That would be an ecumenical matter, and all that, yeah. Father Ted is brilliant comedy. If you've never seen Father Ted, look it up. You will not be disappointed. But yeah, back to the bingo. That's what I wanted to fucking point out. He tried to pass off he's doing all these events for free when they fucking had to hit a stupid number set by him. So people paid money so these events could happen. So they had to become members.
I'm just doing the closet cleanups. I'm doing the Ninja Turtles Pizza Party just to do it for something fun. So now here's the thing.
Oh, I see what he's saying. Now. No, he's saying that the second closet stream that he just did and this future third closet stream are free events. So people only paid for one closet stream. That's what he's saying. Okay, I'm getting him now. He's still a piece of fucking shit for fucking suggesting it. But he is saying that people didn't have to pay for a second closet stream and a third closet stream, even though he got $500 for the first 2 closet streams and tips alone. Just saying. I don't know, man. The fucking semantics this guy pulls, it's unbelievable.
Thing that I run into that's a problem now. The more that I give, all right, for free like that, the less motivation you guys have to do something like this. You see? Like in a normal month, I wouldn't have announced, oh, we're doing all the special events or whatever. But this has not been a normal month. There's not a lot going on for gaming. You guys want me to do some fun and special stuff, which I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool, right? So I don't know. It's kind of a double-edged sword. Listen, I love what I do.
He really wishes he could milk those dumbass fans for all their fucking work. It's not enough that they fucking tip him hundreds of fucking dollars every single fucking week. It's not enough they fucking super chat him hundreds of fucking dollars every fucking week. It's not enough that they become members fucking just so he can hit some stupid target at the end of every fucking month or whatever shit, man. It's not enough that they fucking subscribe to his Patreon for no fucking reason every fucking month. It's not enough. It's never enough for this man. It is never fucking enough for him. No, not only that, you got to fucking like the videos, you got to comment on the videos, and also if you want to fucking give him money, a paid super fucking comment or whatever the fuck it's called, you can give him money for that shit as well. It's never fucking enough for this fucking guy. I'm actually getting really annoyed with him right now. I'm not even drunk, this is fucking me sober. I'm just getting really irked off with him right now, and it's like, I'm in full on rant, want to smack him in the face for a few times kind of mode. I need to play the bingo and let the fucking game get on with it.
I love these events. I do. But sadly, I just know there's nothing going on for new releases this month. There's one major new release this month, Saints Row. Everything else is kind of a minor game. No one really cares, honestly. Just being, I'm not trying to downplay the games. Just saying, all these other games that came out this month are kind of non-hype generating games. Not saying they're bad. I'm just saying they're just not games that get traction. People aren't coming to the channel saying, Phil, why are you playing this game or that game? They don't have that kind of demand. So, because I'm doing all this other special stuff to kind of make up for that, it seems like the members' goal has been forgotten. You might say, well, what is the members' goal? Well, we couldn't come to a consensus on what it would be, so I said if we hit 600 members this month, we'll do a Rage-a-thon, where you guys nominate games that are rage-inducing, and we'll do a marathon where I play them all in a setting and basically get pissed off all day. We've done this before, previous years, and sometimes it ends up really, really good, but there's no, like yesterday, I did this marathon, I'm like, oh, now would be a great time to either, become a member, renew your membership, or gift memberships. I think in a marathon setting, we got like 8, which is still good. I'm not, not complaining, but that's not traction or headway to get to the goal. You see what I'm saying? So, unless we see some kind of major push by the end of the month, I don't think we're going to hit any members goal this month. I'm just being honest, and I don't know what I could do about that. I'm already giving you special events literally on a weekly basis for free with no tie into any goal. So there's not much else I can really do besides, hey, if you like the effort.
As I said, he's not going to fucking just abandon the closet shit, that would be fucking too scummy for him. And plus, he needs to fucking do it anyway. He is complaining about the fact that he has not been able to charge people more money than before for him cleaning his fucking closet. It's literally a nonsensical fucking stream where he fucking just takes one thing out of the closet, fucking recovers his breath because his short journey to the closet and back carrying whatever fucking tires him out because he's unhealthy as fuck. And then he fucking sits there on the stream showing it, waiting about 30 fucking seconds, and then he fucking waits for the fucking chat to update and talk about what they're fucking seeing on screen that Phil is showing them, and then he fucking goes into some dumbass story. It's like, oh, I bought this fucking years ago, and I never opened it for some reason. Yeah, I wonder what it's worth. And then he fucking sits there for another 30 seconds and fucking people maybe give their estimations on how much it actually is worth. And Phil will just fucking try and claim, it's probably not worth nothing, I'm going to throw it in the fucking trash, and then repeats the whole process over and over and over again. Is he just butthurt because yesterday's closet stream wasn't as successful as the first? It's like an interesting comment, Chisel. He got over $200 yesterday, which is not a bad return for a day's work. Phil averages, I think, lately about 200 odd bucks a stream in tips. Around it goes above and it goes below sometimes, it kind of fluctuates around 200 odd bucks. The first stream was 300 odd bucks at least. So yeah, he wasn't as successful as the first time. It might be in his head. It might be. Him fucking reading about the fact that he fucking can't monetize this shit more than he has already. It's $200 was basically average Twiki for him. Like, you got to keep in mind an average day for Phil. The day streams on average do about like between $100 and roughly about $100 he gets on average for a day stream. On a night stream, on average, you're talking about $50. So he's averaging between $150 to $200 a day, kind of, and then some days are better, and some streams are better. He gets like $200 or $300 per day. And also, that's not counting. I'm saying it's not counting super chats. It's not counting members and everything. It's just the greed is strong in this pig. The greed is massively fucking strong, and I honestly have no idea how. I mean, you'd have to fucking sell your soul so you don't fucking feel bad about trying to just fleece as many people as possible from their fucking pennies, their hard-earned pennies, during this difficult fucking time in life. Inflation's high and everything, and fucking energy bills are rising like a fucking firework. And yet, he is just trying to shake every single fucking last penny out of every single possible fan in his chat. It's just mind-boggling. I understand this is his life, this is his livelihood, and yet, why can he not understand that if he is entertaining enough, he'll be given money? And if he's not getting enough money, it's because he's not as entertaining as he wants to be. Which is a Phil problem. That's not his fans' problem, that's his problem. I don't know, I'm just done in, man. I'm done in, man.
I'm putting in over this dead summer, please consider becoming a member or gifting a membership to the channel. That's all I can say. I'm not going to sit here and harp on it. I'm not going to talk about it constantly. You're probably not going to hear me mentioning it that much, okay? James, I do make my own pizza, but it's not with what you're thinking. He's like, why don't you make your own homemade dough the night before? And you could do a cooking with the king tie-in, and you could... No. Overcomplicating. Just going to order pizza. We're overcomplicating things. Okay. All right. Anyway. So.
Real authentic Italian, everyone. Real authentic Italian man here. Authentic Italian food, authentic Italian mustache, authentic Italian goatee. Can't be arsed to fucking make his own goddamn pizza. That's the American in him. He's a real Italian only when he's eating the fucking food. But he can't be arsed to be a real Italian and making the goddamn food.
That's the week. That's the marathon coming up next week. That's my ideas for scheduling things out. Let me know what you think. Leave a comment on this video. Contact me otherwise. Let me know in the chat. I'm curious. How does this all sound to everybody? Does it sound good? Does it sound like something you're interested in? Will you attend? Will you support? Because I'm trying to do my best with a summer that's completely dead. Like I said, here's the August release schedule. All right. Saints Row, August 23rd. Midnight Fight Express, August 23rd. If you don't know what that is, that's a one-man show indie game that's coming out, I believe, on Game Pass. It's a combat game, so I'll check it out because it's free, but I don't know if it's going to be any good. Pac-Man World Repack, August 26th. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Cowabunga Collection, August 30th. And Destroy All Humans 2 Remake, August 30th. That's it. That's the month. Out of that, what are the high-profile games? Saints Row. And then you could argue, okay, yeah, maybe Destroy All Humans people would want to, which I will do. But see what I'm saying? Like, there's not, again, it's another dead month. And I'm doing my absolute best to try to entertain you guys with these special events and things going on. So I hope I am, all right? I hope you guys are enjoying, all right? Okay, outside of all of that, I'm just trying to think off the top of my head, is there anything else that I want to address? There's no game news or anything today. So let's do shout-outs. All right, let's do some shout-outs. So
he's doing shout-outs already? What the hell? This is unprecedented. Shout-outs just barely after like half an hour or so into, or 40 minutes into his show? Well, this should be good.
We start off on the YouTube side of things. Spartanius1 did a super chat saying that GameStop bag will soon sink to the same level as the Machinima Xbox. So what you're basically saying is you think Machinima's on the way out too? Excuse me, let's try that again. You think GameStop is on the way out too, just like Machinima, where at one time GameStop was literally at the top of the pyramid of gaming. They were the #1 retailer for games. And now they basically lost all their prominence as everything has gone to online sales, and you think that they're going to go out of business. And having a bag over there that says GameStop in my closet will actually be a remnant of them, much like the Machinima Xbox is a remnant of them when they existed. I see what you're saying. Thank you for the super chat. Okay. Continuing on. Let's get to tips. We start off today with Snow Carl, who tipped me $1.50. He's I'm enjoying your new style of React content. I'm hyped for Saturday. Considering that you previously slammed reacting and talking content as low effort and lacking meaning. Do you regret such statements? Here's the thing, and again, there's different kinds of react content, all right? And we have to be clear about this. If you are literally just watching a press conference, if you are literally watching someone else's video, all right, and you are not adding any kind of critical analysis, supplemental information, if literally all you're doing is making faces and laughing and doing quick reactions to basically put out content, that is the lowest form of content creation. It's lazy, it's uninspired, it's done solely to put out a video on a day when you don't want to put any effort into putting.
But that's exactly how you fucking did your fucking last react content to that random, like, this, you know, the top 10 garbage fucking myths or some, that fucking dude had to change his fucking name, you know, whatever the fuck his channel was that Phil reacted to, his fucking, you know, random comment, you know, random content. You know, it's like, oh, it's the top 10 things of, like, you know, ghost stories or some pish, you know. And Phil had nothing to add to that. At all. You know, he's not as if he can't fucking relate to it as a ghost or whatever. He can't fucking add his own meaning because he's a ghostbuster or some pish. No, it's just, no, it's nothing like that. I'm counting this as YouTuber jealousy. That's a good shout. YouTuber jealousy, I'm taking it, I don't care, man. He's fucking pissed off that people can fucking do this shit. And to be fair, I'm not saying Phil's wrong. You know, people like fucking like Asmongold or whatever shit, you know, that fucking do this kind of videos like this, you know, all the time, where you fucking need zero effort and they get fucking, you know, big bucks for it. You know, it's daft as hell. But yeah. But yeah, that's a bingo. So let's mark it off and bingo it. Yaldi. So there we go. Thank you very much.
Money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much, Brad Burning, for the super chat. He says, I don't understand his obsession with always having to play any and all new games. There's thousands of things available to stream for an audience. Exactly, Brad Burning, exactly. He fucking mocks the fucking hype machine that is gaming media. Yet at the same time, he is so reliant on it to fucking play games. And so he misses out on so much games that has potential to be a brilliant stream game for him, you know, or I mean, he really is still stuck in a AAA mindset, really, and thinking this is going to deliver big things for him. It might be true to an extent where it might do a bit better in terms of numbers for YouTube metrics, you know, like, you know, video views. But I mean, if he found a fucking random game on, well, obviously he can't fucking play Steam, can he? Like, PC games are out the window for Phil. Keep in mind, that's a thing. PC games are just a no-go for Phil. And that's really ruining the kind of potential of DSP gaming. Just think if he actually could easily just play random stream games or whatever, and PC games on the fly, and just say, okay, today we're going to, you know, we'll search Steam together, guys, you know, and we'll just pick something together, you know, and fucking sounds kind of fun, you know, or whatever. Just let's try that game, let's try this game, and all that shit, you know. He doesn't do that. He doesn't want to do that. It's not his thing. He wouldn't like it. He wouldn't enjoy it. I don't know, man. Chisel thinks he'll be terrible at PC gaming. No way he could MNK a game. MNK? I don't know what you mean by MNK a game. No way he could MNK a game. Mouse and keyboard, I guess. Okay, I get you now. I can spot the tourist of PC gaming here. Guilty. I've recently done it myself, but as I said, like, the only game I play mouse and keyboard on is like Minecraft. I use my Wii PlayStation 4 controller for Rocket League. I use it for Trackmania. Yeah. But, well, mouse and keyboard as well, if I can do, you know, if I'm fucking playing, what do you call it? Among Us, but I haven't played that in ages though. But, yeah, I still use, even in Grand Theft Auto 5, I still use my controller. Even though it's obviously easier to shoot people with mouse and keyboard or whatever, and a lot of the game is shooting, I still just use my controller because it's what I'm so used to. But that's just me.
Putting out something, but you still want to make a buck that day. You understand? I'm not that kind of guy. I don't stand for that kind of content. Seriously, like, to me, that's bunk. That's like admitting to your audience you don't care about what you're putting out. All you want to do is make a buck. That's your purpose on the internet is to make money, not to put out something meaningful for an audience. because that is considered fluff in my head. All right, you could disagree, but I think that.
Hey, said meaningful. Fucking hooray. That's another bingo. Just the one, though. So. That's another bingo. Fucking Yaldi.
Shit is fluff, all right? Now, if you haven't noticed, when I'm reacting to stuff, I'm not doing that. I'm constantly pausing to give supplemental information or my opinion from my perspective, adding in things. That's why people said, oh, God, when Phil did his first react, which was to the
Bullshit. No, fuck this. I'm going on another trip down memory lane. We don't have to fucking go far on his fucking channel. Where's this fucking react shit he had before? Rob Gavigan, that's the fucking bastard's name that he's reacting to garbage shit to. Where's this fucking top 10 shit that he was reacting to from fucking once upon a time ago? When Dusk Falls, I don't fucking know where this shit would be. How long ago was it? Ah, here we go. DSP reacts to Rob Gavigan. I'm going to pick part 2, right? We'll do part 2, right? I'm going to pick a random point, right? I'm going to pick a random point in the video that Phil's reacting to, right? I've never seen these before. I've never seen, like, you can actually see, like, part 3 up here. There's no red bar at the bottom here showing that I fucking watched it before. And the same for fucking part 1 here. I have not seen this shit before on this channel. I'm going to just click here randomly and we'll see what Phil says.
Oh. I can't. Okay, I gotta stop. Oh God, that's hilarious. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to continue with this one. It looks like a banned YouTuber. Good God. What the fuck, dude?
That does not sound like... How did you describe his content?
Fluff, alright? Now, if you haven't noticed, when I'm reacting to stuff, I'm not doing that. I'm constantly pausing to give supplemental information or my opinion from my perspective.
Supplemental information. He was laughing his arse off and then he just fucking said, I don't know if I can keep watching this or shut or whatever. That's... What the fuck is that? He assumed chats. Fuck knows, man. Fuck knows. I'll pick another random moment. Here.
Them, because I lived in Connecticut and
Oh no, hold on. What's the context here?
Bed and down the stairs by an unseen force. In January of 1986, the family contacted demonologists Ed and Lorraine Warren to
okay, this is cool. The Warrens. This is what they really look like. See, I've never seen the Warrens. I know of them because I lived in Connecticut and I remember hearing about them and learning about them through living in Connecticut, like school and stuff. I think I heard of them once.
So I heard about him in school one time. And that's his supplemental income, or supplemental information. Supplemental income. What the fuck? What was the fucking phrasing he used? What was the phrasing he used?
Now, if you haven't noticed, when I'm reacting to stuff, I'm not doing that. I'm constantly pausing to give supplemental information.
Supplemental income. What the fuck? I'm thinking like DSP. Right? Fuck that Rob Gavigan going nonsense. From what I can tell, Phil didn't really offer a huge amount of fresh information. By the way, we are 20 minutes behind. I'm sorry. I just had to go on that field trip because Phil is fucking trying to pretend that the fucking content he reacts to is fucking meaningful. There's a couple of things that may apply to, but fucking reacting to Rob Gavigan is not one of those fucking times.
Or my opinion from my perspective, adding in things. That's why people said, oh God, when Phil did his first react, which was to the Wings of Redemption, down the rabbit hole, it was dramatically different from other people who've done that very same react because he kept adding in his perspective, supplemental information, explaining how YouTube works, empathizing in a lot of ways with the plight of Jordy because of things that he's been through. And it's one of the best pieces of content Phil's ever put out because it has that insight. While everyone else just wants to sit there and laugh at Jordy. Ha look, you fucked up. Ha what a loser. Ha I didn't do that. I did something completely different from the norm, and that's why people really liked that react. You understand? So that's the kind of stuff I like to do. Admittedly, when I was just reacting live to the Summer Games Fest stuff, I didn't really like that. Being honest, I didn't really enjoy doing it. I felt that it was fluff. And that's why immediately after I did those kind of fluffy reactions, which you guys wanted me to do. I then did my in-depth analysis of those events. So you got both sides. Yeah, you got the stupid fluff that people demanded I do, but then you got all that nice in-depth analysis. By the way, my in-depth analysis got more views and more support than the live react. My audience is used to getting intelligent, informed content. They don't want the fluff. You see?
Excuse me a second, I just have to go through a few of these.
Shut your hole.
Shut up, bitch! Shut the fuck up, you cunt!
Know your role and shut your mouth.
Yes, get on with it!
Sorry about that.
I'll do it if you really want it, but people wanted my old traditional style more than what everyone else fucking does. There's enough idiots on the internet putting out junk. I don't need to be one of them, you see? So, that's the difference. The React content that I've been critical of has been lowbrow, zero information, stupid making a face at the camera, and adding nothing of intelligence or value, all right? I feel I'm doing it differently. People tell me I'm doing it a lot differently, so there you go. 1 Minute Man tipped me $2. Fucking idiot here. 1 Minute Man tipped me $2. Is always happy to help contribute. Looking forward to the pizza party, cowabunga do. Thank you very much to 1 Minute Man. Then, Alex from Phoenix did a $3 tip, and this is why I've been waiting to update the leaderboard, because currently he's the top tipper. And he says, so you have about 300 people on your stream right now. Correct. On the pre-stream is around 300 viewers, roughly. Do you see yourself playing games and chilling in front of a literal congregation of people, or would that be too awkward? Why would that be awkward? I don't think it would be any different than what I do today. The only difference is I would hear people, as opposed to now I have to read what you're saying. There's zero difference. It wouldn't be any different to me whatsoever to do this in person in like I don't know, a concert hall, or you know what I mean, like a convention hall, versus just me doing it over the internet. It's the same thing. But that's never gonna happen. No one's ever gonna have demand for me to do this. You know, in a that kind of setting. Maybe at one point I did. I told you guys at one point I was so popular. I had, no exaggeration, hundreds of people who were showing up to a convention to see me, which is crazy to think, because it's just nuts. In my head, it's like, I literally would never go to a convention to meet someone. I just don't care. That's how I am. I've never been starstruck. I've never had, a celebrity that I like, I want to go meet them and get an autograph. Not once in my life have I felt that way about anyone or anything. I don't see the point. You know, everyone's just a human. No one's a big deal. The fact that there's hundreds of people who travel to see me at conventions is nuts to me. You know what I mean? I'm a nobody. But at one point, I had that kind of prominence, and I said, hey, maybe what I could do is I could team up with a few other YouTubers of similar size, and I could do a festival where we kind of invite everyone to our fan fest, and I do a live playthrough on stage.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Begfest 2022 with your host, Bill Burnell. Oh, he's refusing to come out unless people tip him $5 each right now. Sorry about that. So guys, get your PayPal out and make sure you tip the DSP Gaming. Yeah, this is not the best start to Begfest, is it? But it's unsurprising, I guess. It is in the title, after all.
Right? And maybe I could even do some of those remix songs that have been made. Maybe I could invite those people as special guests, and they could perform their songs live on stage with me doing vocals and stuff. You know what I mean? Like, the potential is there when I was popular. I mean, this is a long, long time ago, over a decade ago, when I had, 10 million views a month on YouTube, and people were foaming at the mouth for more DSP content. You see? It's a little different from today. Okay, no, it's not the real 1 Minute Man. The real 1 Minute Man doesn't tip like that, and you guys know that. Okay. All right. Only use me blade to me $2. So I'm looking forward to you selling the stuff in your closet. Boogie is selling old stuff, but I'd rather buy something from the King of Hate than the King of Fat. Well, first of all, that's fucked up to even say. You're saying something nasty about another content creator. You shouldn't do that, okay? I'm also not selling that stuff online, as I said. You will not be buying that shit. It's just not going to happen. You're wasting your time. Okay.
So how can Boogie sell his stuff online, and being a lol cow as well and all that, and quite a vilified lol cow? People really go for him. People go after Boogie a lot. So why is he able to sell things online and Phil can't? Other lol cows can sell shit online. They don't seem to have issues with that. I don't know. It's just Phil has no excuses. He's too fucking lazy.
So, a little bit of extra time. If anyone has, some Q&A or whatever, if anyone wants to ask questions or whatever, by all means, please do. Toss them my way. Okay? No, I'm not doing a best of banning trolls compilation. I'm not someone who thrives off negativity. I'm not going to do that. It's stupid.
Shut the fuck up, you cunt!
See, that's a good question. Black Lady Walking says, gee, when do you think that the hardcore gaming season is going to start? From what I can see, October. In October, we've got A Plague Tale Requiem, Mario + Rabbids Sparks of Hope, Scorn, Gotham Knights, the Resident Evil 8 DLC, Modern Warfare 2, and Bayonetta 3. November's pretty busy. You got God of War, Goat Simulator 3, the new Pokemon game, maybe Warhammer 40k Dark Tide because it got delayed till November, but it's not clear if it's coming out on consoles in November. But September is almost dead. Yeah. September is pretty much almost dead. Like, seriously.
Yes! Get on with it!
Spencer Shea did a super chat saying, will you do react to things from our childhood? I'd love to hear your analysis on the downfall of Dan Schneider, who is the Weinstein of Nickelodeon. Oh my God. Well, I certainly don't know anything about that story. Again, here's the thing. Here's the thing, all right? I can only react to things that I have permission to react to. And you may say, well, why is that? People just react to everything on the internet without permission all the time. Well, I'm not everybody else, all right? Technically, if you don't obtain outright permission from a content creator who puts something on YouTube, for example, if you don't get permission to react to their content, you are violating copyright law. Now, you may say, well, wait a minute, isn't it fair use? Because can't you say, oh, under commentary and criticism, or you can make it a transformative work? Yes and no. Allow me to explain. Yes, there is part of fair use law in the United States that says, under the guise of commentary and criticism, i.e. reacting and saying stuff about something you're watching, all right, you can put out content while watching someone else's content. That's correct. However, you may have noticed there's no one watching Top Gun Maverick and doing live commentary over it right now on YouTube. And you might say, well, why not? Top Gun Maverick's like one of the highest grossing movies of all time. To see someone comment on a movie like that would be a react or a transformative work, and it would be safe, right? Wrong. Wrong. Because copyright law, or excuse me, fair use law only protects you a certain amount. So essentially, it's never really been fleshed out in court exactly the amount you're allowed to use in something like this. There have been court cases where someone reacted to someone else's content on YouTube and a judge ruled that's a transformative work. However, that's a difference between, how can I say it? Right now, there is no clear-cut guidelines on what's allowed and what's not. And when you don't have clear-cut guidelines and it's a gray area, you put yourself at risk. Okay? So let's say, for example, there's someone who's done an amazing documentary about the story of the downfall of Dan Schneider. Okay? If I reach out to that content creator that made that documentary and I say, hey, can I react to it? And they say, yeah, go ahead. You have my blessing. I'm good. But if I reach out and they don't respond or they don't give me permission and I just do the react anyway, they have the legal right to claim my video copyright and take it down and hit me with copyright strikes. All right? Now you might say, well, why? I thought it's fair use. It doesn't matter. In the eyes of YouTube, that's their work. It has a copyright on it. When they created it, they have the right to claim it. It's not YouTube's job to determine what's legal and what's not. They just grant everything and then you hash it out in court yourself if you want. So that's the problem. If I'm not getting outright permission first, all right, then sadly, I don't have a right to do a react. So I understand what you're saying. You're like, oh, that's interesting. That's an idea that Phil can react to. Great. If you have a suggestion of a YouTube channel that has done a video or a documentary, covered that topic, and you'd like me to reach out to that channel and see if I can react to their content, awesome. Let's do that. Let's see. But I can't just do it myself. And you might say, I don't understand. Other YouTubers have done it. You're right. And other YouTubers are all taking a giant fucking risk doing it because they could also be hit with copyright strikes and issues because of it. Okay? It's that simple. Okay. An anonymous tipper. Give me $1.50 says, will I bring back chair spins? No. Chair spins, I used to do with that chair last year. That was a piece of junk that was left over from my condo in Connecticut. That chair already was kind of stupid and broken and shit, right? And I stopped. First of all, even on that chair, I stopped doing the chair spins because that chair was having issues, all right? No, I'm not going to be doing chair spins in this chair and risk damaging it. I really like this chair. I've had it now for a year. It's super comfy. It gives me lots of lumbar and back support. Unlike a gamer chair that normally you would get, this one is meant to actually be supporting of your back and ergonomic for extended sessions of sitting. All right? It's not a joke like those other ones. It's a real chair designed for that. So I love this chair. All right? I'm not going to chance busting it or damaging it by doing stupid spins. They don't add anything to the stream regardless. Okay? See, Eternal, here's the thing. Isn't that a gamer chair? No, allow me to explain what I mean by that. When I say gamer chair, I mean those cheap pieces of shit, those knockoff garbage chairs that are mass produced and all look exactly the same, but they're branded so that a content creator on YouTube will push it and say, hey, go buy this shitty chair and use my code blah, blah, blah to save money, and then I get a cut of that, right? That's what all those chairs are. They're a scam. They're mass produced at insanely low cost. They're low quality. They're incredibly bad for your back and body, but they're sold like some kind of a big deal, and they're sold for hundreds of dollars. Some of that money goes to the content creator as part of whatever program they're in, but most of it gets pocketed by those companies. It's a complete ripoff. This chair is nothing like that. This chair was designed for someone who's going to be sitting extended periods of time. It has actual high-grade memory foam. It has a very high-end lumbar support system that has given me more support than any freaking chair I've had besides the like $700 office chair I had when I worked at my office job that they got me when I had my back injury. That was definitely the best chair I've ever had. But outside of that, this is the second best chair I've ever had in my life because it wasn't designed to be a piece of shit. When I say gaming chair, I'm talking about those knockoff, rip-off products to take advantage of an audience. You know, with those stupid promotional tie-in things. This is not that. This was actually designed to be a good chair.
So he's talking about the chair that he tried to, the type of chair he tried to show to his own members. Remember that? The chair's still in his office. It's opposite him right now. It's next to the window. That gamer chair he got for free. The one he desperately wanted his fans to fucking buy as well so he could get a slice of the profits. Yeah, just completely bypass the fact that you tried your absolute hardest to show those chairs to your fans, Phil. Dumbass.
Okay. No, I didn't do a chair sponsor. I was going to try to do a chair sponsor. And the way it was supposed to work was I told them, listen, I'll do a chair sponsorship, and I appreciate that. But you got to send me the chair, and I'm going to be honest with my audience about it. As long as you're okay with that, let's do it. They said, yeah, we're okay with that. Let's do it. And then the day that I announced the sponsorship, my trolls went and trolled them, and they realized they didn't want the hassle. So then they canceled the partnership, even though
Basically, you wanted to have a chair sponsor, and the fucking trolls meant they didn't want nothing to do with you, essentially, as well. That was it, basically. The fucking company saw how much of a piece of toxic shit you were and thought, oh, fuck this guy, I'm not going to fuck this. We want nothing to do with this guy. He's only going to bring us some bad fucking news and bad fucking publicity. And the company was a scam as well, of course it was. You had a fucking guy who was buying like some cheap ass stuff from China, manufacturing himself and selling on for a fucking profit, but Phil still got his chair. I still got the chair. The very infamous quote from Phil, I still got the chair.
I already promoted them for free, so they were a scumbag company. By the way, they went out of business. Oh, shucks. I feel so bad about that. Anyway. Yes, it is illegal. You can't... I had a contract with them. I had a contract via email. I would perform a service. They would perform something like they would send me the free chair and get me in the program. I already performed the promotion, and then they canceled it. So they broke the law. Am I going to sue them over it? Of course I'm not. They went out of business anyway. They got what was coming to them.
Long story short, he tried his best to be a shill, and the company saw how much of a toxic piece of crap he was, and they're like, fuck this shit. Even though the fucking chair shit was a scam in itself, as most fucking gaming chairs kind of are, he's right in that point. But he wanted so hard to be a shill, but he's just so much of a scummy piece of shit that most companies don't want nothing to do with this man. And who can blame them? Remember World of Tanks were going to fucking sponsor him, and then a couple of tweets sent to World of Tanks later with a couple of, you know, choice video submissions of Phil being racist and Phil being toxic and Phil being, you know, homophobic and all that, you know, and this is nah, fuck that. We're not going to sponsor Phil to fucking play our game after all. That's one of the games I have, but I downloaded World of Tanks. It's a very good game, to be fair, guys. I would recommend World of Tanks. Not sponsored, by the way, not sponsored. But yeah, it's a very, very solid game. And Phil, I think, missed out on playing that, you know, because it's quite a fun game to play, for sure.
I don't know the name of this chair, Nature Addict. I don't know what to tell you. I got it off Amazon. I don't memorize the name of every product I have. I'm not getting paid to advertise the chair. I don't know what it is. Jeez. I missed a super chat. Oh, no. Shout out to Europe Gaming, who did super chat, and he said, he's the angry video game nerd. And then hashtag support with a heart. Thank you, Europe Gaming. I appreciate that. I see you were also a fan of the angry video game nerd back in the day, as I was. Thank you very much for that super chat. Cool. Very good. Anything else, guys? Any other final questions or anything before we get set up here and get started with Toy Story 3?
It'd be very easy for Phil to be able to tell his fans what kind of chair it is, by the way, because every single thing you order on Amazon, it's logged in your order history. If you fucking want to, like, if it's something you might need to buy again, for example, you know, like maybe a keyboard or something, you liked a keyboard you bought before, just go to your order history so you can find the right one, see if it's still in, you know, in stock, and you can just fucking rebuy it, you know, in that bit, you know. So it's very easy for him if he wanted to fucking tell his fans what kind of chair he's got to do that, if he wanted to. And yeah, I think the big thing is, Biggie points out there, he does not want people to look up the price. Biggie7385 in the chat pointing out, which I have to agree with 100%. Because he's sick and tired of all these detractors picking out all the expensive shit he buys for himself in his life while pleading poverty.
Jade is ready. Jade says, I'm ready to see the crew. Enough with this baloney. Am I going to play Modern Warfare 2? Modern Warfare 2 has announced a dual wave beta. It's so weird how they're doing this. In the month of September, on the PlayStation 5, there will be an open beta for Modern Warfare 2 starting on the 18th, September 18th. Okay? Now, that's the open beta. There's a closed beta the week before for people who get codes. If someone donates a code and I can play it a week earlier, I will, but there's no guarantee that will ever happen. Sometimes I get codes, people are like, oh, I don't need this one, you can have it. Sometimes they don't, I don't know, okay? So, worst case scenario, I'll be playing the Modern Warfare 2 beta on the PlayStation 5 on September 18th. Now, the Xbox Series X open beta starts on September 24th. So, this is kind of interesting, all right? What I may do is, at first, do a session of it on PS5 the first week, and then the next week, play it on the Xbox and directly compare the two and say, hey, here's how it felt playing on the PlayStation controller versus the Xbox controller. Here's how the graphics and the connections held up on one console versus the other console, okay? But that could change, again, depending on if I get a code to get early access to either of those betas, all right? Now, once I've played the betas, then I will make my decision if I'm going to get this game later in the year. Last year, I didn't know if I was getting Vanguard or not, all right? I liked what I was hearing about it, and then I played the beta, and it was a horrendous joke. The beta was full of bugs, glitchy as fuck, basically not fun to play whatsoever. The more I played it, the more I hated it, so I didn't get Vanguard. And it was the best decision I made because it was the first year in over a decade I didn't get the annual Call of Duty game, and the game was a big failure. Way less people bought it than usual, even though it was still ended up being one of the best-selling games of the year because so many morons buy it no matter what. It went boo in the sales results that they were projecting. So, let's see this year what happens. Again, once I play the beta, I'll make my decision. Maybe I'll get it, maybe I won't. We'll see. Okay. A couple more shout-outs here. Europe Gaming did another super chat and says, enjoyed your closet clean-out stream. I'm glad you did. I did too. Spencer Shea did another super chat and says, there's a YouTube channel called Sloan. The guy has several different videos about Dan Schneider. I think he would love for you to do a react. I would have to reach out to this guy, Sloan. Never heard of him. But thank you for the suggestion. If anyone else is interested in seeing me do reactions to this guy's videos, let me know. Okay? All right. All right. Last chance if anyone has any questions. All right. And then we have something new I'm going to do at the end of the podcast, which I'm going to start doing. Okay. What if I do reacts faster instead of a long pre-stream? I don't even know what that means. What if I do reacts faster? Speed reacting? All right, I'm just going to ignore you. Thank you, Europe Gaming, who just gifted a membership to the channel. No one has claimed it yet. Alex from Phoenix just claimed it. Congratulations, Alex, and thank you, Europe Gaming, for the channel support today. Appreciate that. Awesome. Congratulations, Alex from Phoenix, on the gifted membership. What will I do with the extra space in the closet? I already showed. Did you see? At the very beginning of the podcast, I showed. I'm already utilizing it. I already have my vests all hanging up in the closet. What I want to do is once we clear the top shelf, I want to use the top shelf to store my hats. So all my hats will be sitting up there, easily viewable.
Fucking inflatable fucking crown.
Grabbable. And then I'm gonna start using it for various things. You know, I actually will be able to clean up this office a bit because I have shit all over the office that I could definitely put in there, nicely store. This is the step to organization and cleanliness. I've needed this step. It's very important, and finally getting a chance to do it with you guys is awesome. Okay. Thank you, Parasolo, for a gifted membership. Congratulations to Thomas Wayne, who just got that gifted membership. Congratulations, Thomas. Thank you, Parasolo. Yeah, apparently you can now gift a single membership. Because at first, apparently it did work, and then it stopped working, and now it works again. People have been gifting single memberships, and it seems to be working. I think what happened is YouTube, when they launched the gifted memberships two months ago, it wasn't working right. It was wonky. Just like everything on YouTube, they launch something new, it doesn't work as intended, they have to fuck with it. But I think they finally worked the bugs out. Okay. Audio Objects says, why couldn't we get that view during the closet clean out stream? Because I didn't know what else was in there. Keep in mind, I do have some things like financial records and things in there and bins. I want to make sure nothing was visible that was going to obviously hurt me or get me in trouble. So it was easier to say, okay, the stuff's there. Let me pull it out, show it to you when I know it's safe, rather than, oh, I'm filming in there. Oops. There's a document visible and now I'm in trouble. You see what I'm saying? I had to be careful. Do I miss my OG gaming couch? In here, no. If you're talking about the love seat, that love seat was never good. I bought it and immediately there was immediate regret. It was too expensive and it didn't give a lot of support. If you're talking about my couch back in Connecticut, I mean, that couch was nice. It wasn't a high-end couch. It was actually a cheaper couch from Bob's Discount Furniture Store. But it was cushy and nice for what it was. Comfortable. But again, it wasn't designed for what I was doing. That was designed for like, you're going to lean back and go to sleep in it. It actually had like a footrest. It wasn't designed for like, oh, you're gaming intently. It didn't really give lumbar support. You know, this chair right now that I'm using is literally the best chair I've ever used for gaming whatsoever. It's super comfortable. I get the support I need. My back doesn't hurt when I'm sitting in it for hours on end. It's all good. Thank you, Europe Gaming, for a super sticker. A happy face with sunglasses on. All right, guys, we're going to adjourn today's Level 1 podcast with the following. A quote from a 14-year-old book that I found in my closet that I don't know where I got it from. Too old for MySpace, too young for Medicare. Ready? I'm going to read two. I'm going to read a whole page. You can pack a carry-on bag for a 2-week trip. If you don't understand what this is, it's supposed to be, how can you tell that you're too old for something young and hip, but you're too young to be old? You're middle-aged, essentially. It's a book of middle age, okay? So, number one, you can pack a carry-on bag for an entire 2-week trip. That's how you can tell you're middle-aged. Or, you don't care what your credit score is, but you can chart your total cholesterol. That didn't go as well as I planned. What I read yesterday was actually kind of funny, so maybe we won't do this every day. We'll try it a few more times. Anyway, guys, thank you for a great episode of the podcast. I'll see you later.
And as usual, we're going to ignore Phil. Oh wait, he's not done the outro yet. Hang on. Oh wait, he put the wrong thing. Okay.
I clicked the wrong thing. Hold on.
But yeah, I skipped out. Yeah, I don't do it, but Phil's outro because fuck that shit.
Cartoon Phil to haunt your nightmares. All right, let's get rid of that. All right, let's switch over here. And I do need to use the restroom briefly. Not long. Just got to pee. But then we're going to jump right into Toy Story 3. Thank God my throat did clear up a little bit. It's not great, but it did clear up. I could talk at least. I couldn't even talk earlier. My throat was so fucked up. Stupid allergies, man. Okay. Switch over. All right. Really brief break. In fact, I won't run an ad or anything. I'm just going to mute the mic, run next door, use the bathroom, and come right back in a couple minutes. All right? So, guys, just chill. I'll be right back with Toy Story 3.
Because I'm so far behind, I can just, fast forward this shit, I guess, so let's just do that. Well, that's blah blah blah. Pressing the right arrow button, skipping 5 seconds at a time, 5 seconds at a time. No, Phil's back. There we go. Here we go. Are we ready? Why does he mute the mic? I'll tell you why he mutes the mic. So we can't hear him having a potential conversation with Cat. The sound travels very easily if the door is open, for example. It really does travel quite easily. He can mute the mic very easily for this shit, but he doesn't want to mute the mic for fucking burps incoming. What's the original cartoon Phil? It's something that Darks of the Film made. Darks of the Film made it, and it's how do you explain it very easily? Darks of the Film made it as a meme. So it's how the wee cartoon figure you saw is how Phil thinks he sees himself, but it's only one half of the meme. The other half of the meme is basically Phil wearing the Nazi hat. That's how he really is, you know, that's the other half of the meme. But they only sent Phil the first half of the meme of like just, you know, him like just sitting looking all happy in a fucking stream, whatever, you know. And Phil just sticks with it for whatever reason. Yeah, Phil they didn't ask any follow-up questions, and just like Phil was like, oh, I'll take this for sure, and that was it. No questions, no follow-up questions, nothing, just it was given to him and he used it, and that was it.
Cartoon Phil needs to chill dead ass. If you say so, Burnt Zapato. Alright, you guys ready? Are we ready to start? Enough with this dilly-dallying. I want to jump into Toy Story. I love it, man. This game is so fun, and there's so much to do. Like, I probably will do some more of the open world stuff first, then we'll probably stop and do a story mission, and then we'll go back again. There's so much content in this game, it's crazy. We never expect this much content in a game like this. It's just chock full of fun stuff to do. Alright, before we get started, thank you all for a great marathon yesterday. Thank you for everything today. Back to usual, right, with gameplay. Best way to support me would be, again, by tipping me. I know I've been like a broken record recently saying this. So as I explained on today's podcast, this coming week, not only in the next 4 days do I have to raise enough money to pay my garbage removal bill and also have funds for my day off, but then 2 days after that, on Saturday, I have to raise hundreds of dollars to pay my utilities bill. So it would be great if you like the streams and you like my content, if you could tip me today. That would be really awesome. All right, and thank you for that. All right, just gonna say that up front, and now we're gonna go into the gameplay and not be talking about it all day. This looks later, 9:21. Yeah.
I don't do so well in closed spaces.
Be Woody. Here we go. Excuse me. Saul says I'll be alright. I hope so. I really don't like thinking about or stressing over this shit, but sadly I have to. Are we ready? Usually got like everything. Lower the volume a little bit because it's kind of loud. You guys let me know how it sounds, alright? If you want me to make it louder or lower. Okay?
Excuse me.
Okay, here we go. Hey everyone, welcome.
That's the end of Bingo Guy, sadly. That is him recording for YouTube now, so we're 4 short of a full house. Right now, I am over 20 minutes behind live Phil. He's sitting at $9 in tips. I hit live. I just hit live and he's still at $9 in tips. Bloody hell. He is still at $9. MRC Midnight, I hope you enjoyed a good sleep. You didn't really miss much. This is a bingo we got. So there we go. But yeah, Phil's only at $9 so far. He was really hoping. You know, I mean, he moved us to the day stream, which made me think that he was promised a certain amount of contributions by specific people. So it's interesting that he's still at $9 so far, but it's early days though. Phil still might get quite a good bit of support. You know, it's like 3 hours to go for fuck's sake, you know, before he ends the game. With a wee break in between, naturally. But you get what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying. Right, well, enough of Phil's stream, enough of all that, so I guess we're going to end it how we always end things. Pixar contributions, the notorious PIG. Of course, I mean, Pixar animations, you know I go on and on about this already, you know, so often. Brilliant video, brilliantly made, and the tune as well is a top tier tune. Are we at normal speeds and everything? Yes, we are. Fantastic. So, guys, thank you very much for joining me tonight. I really do appreciate it. I hope you've all enjoyed your weekend. And yeah, Monday tomorrow. So I'm back at work tomorrow. But fortunately, I don't have far to go because I work from home. But yeah, up early, which is a bit shit, you know. It's kind of nice to have a long lie. Yeah, but it is what it is. But fuck it. That's my problem, not yours. Hope you enjoy the rest of your Sunday, rest of your weekend. I'll catch you guys tomorrow if you want some more bingo. But thanks again, guys. And I'll catch you all later. Peace out.
On September 14th, a pre-authorized payment of $16.51 from PayPal.
All right, Luna Mills has tipped me $1.30. It says, I'm back. What's your favorite type of shower? When you're showered in money. When you go outside and all of a sudden, greenbacks start falling from the sky. And you raise your face up, you're like, oh, you start dancing, you go, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. All right, I don't know what the hell you're talking about, but thank you for the first tip of the day. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. Show me the money.
Free.
Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. And it's gone, just gone like that. In an instant, fucking gone.